Hello. How you doing? Fancy seeing you lot here. Welcome to yet another edition of Doom Mod Madness Live. Can you believe I've done two of these this week? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it at all. I was thinking, did I? Did I do a Doom Mod Madness Live on Wednesday? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And you're getting two in a week because that's you deserve it. You guys deserve it. Hopefully you're doing well. Today we are body counting. There's going to be a lot of them. Operation body counting, to be precise. The original version of this game sucked. pretty much an objective fact. The original version of this game sucked. But this, which is a remake, a reimagining, and even a sequel all in one, is vastly superior. So who we got hanging around the chat so far? Quick Doom Nukem with the early bird, Abyss Aragus, how you doing? Doomreen, Malkav, Sova, glad to catch you as well, Zeatroid. Something's nothing. Did I say Hazmati? I think I said Hazmati. Zerod, Zikri. Keeping me in the background on audio, are you, Zikri? Not spoiling much. It's pretty straight down the line, this one. And Red Code. And Rupert. And everyone. And everything else. I'm gonna get started. An Irish gamer, don't want to forget that. And Zerods, thank you for the 25 bits. We love you, Icarus. Healing the love. Anyway, I am gonna go straight down the middle. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to. Actually, I'm curious. I'm really really curious to find out how difficult Fuck Mountain is. And Doomarine, thank you for the 11th month of your resub. Thank you for remaining part of the Do Brigade. Glad to have you. And Red Code, thank you for the follow. Anyway, let's find out what Fuck Mountain difficulty's like. Only king shit can survive this skill level. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna see if I can get through the first level on Fuck Mountain difficulty. Asmati, how am I feeling today? Not too bad. Not too bad. Good grief, that is an aggressive face. But yeah, you get briefings before every mission, which is interesting. I'm not going to do my dramatic readings like I did for Blade of Agony, because they go past a little too quickly, and I gotta hydrate. I gotta hydrate. Tabajaki, I have not streamed this before. Reasonably sure I haven't streamed it before. I have covered it on Doom Mod Madness. Zikri, you're currently playing Counter Life, using a bunch of custom maps, so perhaps this is quite fitting. Ah, okay. And Hazmati, that blonde guy, would fit right in Fist and North Star Apocalypse scenario. He does deserve a you're already dead scenario, gotta say. Anyway, we're breaking into the embassy, because evil, dastardly, stereotype Middle Eastern terrorists from the mid-90s have broken in to rescue the blonde-haired, red-eyed Antichrist leader. I think that's how it goes. I think that's how it goes. Irish German, is it just you, or does the instructor look like Tom Hanks? I don't know. He strikes me more of a Michael Biehn? The guy out of Terminator, the first one. That's who he kind of looks like. It's a bit tricky when you got Pixel. When you got Pixel face. Like, dude, you come in the second level, go backwards and hit the no smoking sign. I'll try to remember that. I'll try to remember that. Anyway, let's get to it and get funky, because this opening mission is just so unbearably funky. Anyway, first time I played this, I was a little worried that I didn't have any weapons, but as soon as you like scroll, I don't know if you have punching, because your default no ammo solution isn't even a melee option in this. It's a goddamn sawed-off shotgun. It's I class it as a statement of intent. Your base weapon when you've ran out of ammo is a sawn-off shotgun. We're just gonna go uphill. Uphill from here. We're gonna go ascend to the giddy heights of 90s action hero. Also fighting against drones. Okay, player has jihaded, apparently, according to the death message. Let me just show you that. Player has jihaded. At least the themic. So this is Fuck Mountain difficulty, if you were wondering. Apparently the hardest difficulty available. And I'm just curious to see if I can get through a fair chunk of this level before having to dial the difficulty down. Yeah, probably. Enemies probably going to deal a hell of a lot more damage, probably going to be a hell of a lot more numerous. Those drones are certainly more aggressive than I remember them. Okay. You see, I secretly want to be able to beat this on this difficulty, because then I can officially declare that I am king shit of Fuck Mountain. So, let's see. We got some big dudes in here. Actually, you know what, I best set up a save. God damn it, these drones just keep coming. Oh, okay, so it's nightmare rules. Okay. I should have known. I should have known. Should have known. Nightmare difficulty rules, so extra enemies will actually teleport into the level. I think I might have to dial this down. I'm sorry, chaps. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to declare myself king shit of Fuck Mountain. It doesn't look like it's happening. Let's go from the top. Let's go from the top. Let's go down to Gun Jock. See how we go from there. And I'll mark that save again. Quick Dunicum, fun fact, all of those levels are named after the Amiga games, and all the songs are from the Amiga. Ah, okay. Darkstar, you gave up on building your Gundam for now, because the instructions are in Chinese. I remember you mentioning that on the Discord. That is quite possibly the worst possible scenario. If you're an English speaker and an English reader, you've at least got a bit of a mild chance if it's in another kind of European language, but when you're dealing with Chinese, it's gonna be a bit difficult. Okay, we're doing much better. There is an order of magnitude less terrorists and drones, so that's not too bad. If it ends up feeling too easy, I might dial it up. But that'll probably be the last time I screw around with it. Oh, mate. Actually, no, this feels fun. That's some AK. That's some AK-47. And you absolutely positively have to kill every motherfucker in the room. I think I will. Also beer. Also beer. Beer is a health item. And you can also get a refreshing brew to numb the pain, apparently. Rico, do you have a crown? Are you special yet? You are a magnificent snowflake. Red card. Enjoy your crown. You are so very special. Anyway, Mecha Girl, how you doing? Hopefully your day's treating you well. But everyone's day's treating them well. It's Friday, goddammit. The gateway to the weekend. And we're kicking it off in style! In fact, as I alluded to earlier, I might have a bit of extra free time this very evening, so those of you who have been following me yesterday with Return to Castle Wolfenstein, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to continue it this evening, after I finish with Doom Mod Madness. So what I'm going to do is I'll go offline, sort myself out, maybe pour myself a few brewskis, shove some food in my face, and then hopefully within the space of an hour, I'll be back up with a Icarus After Dark stream. Late night Icarus! Friday night Icarus! Got a nice ring to it. That's the thing you like about the AK-47 is that it's one of the cheaper rifles. Excuse me while I murder everything. One of the cheaper rifles to build. And yet it beats a lot of the more expensive rifles for reliability. I have heard that. I have heard that. There's a reason why it is so well known. Why it seems to be a freaking go-to every time I play some COD-like game. But yeah, try not to get blown up by the suicide bombers. So yeah, if you're looking for political correctness, you're not really going to find it here. Though you are going to find a bit of warm nostalgia if any of you used to really love the shit out of your early mid-90s action movies. True Lies comes to mind for some reason. Okay. I'm pretty sure most of these levels revolve around 3 key objectives most of the time. So, first objective for me was kill everything. That has been achieved with aplomb, I might say. That's a good word, aplomb. And the second objective is going to be find the hostages. That's all. Struggling for the word there. Because Verlostat has subscribed with the Prime sub. Thank you so very much. I'm just going to call you Vert for short. And Xerox has gifted a sub to Ozric. Oh god, it's starting already. It's starting early today. The sub train is well and truly underway. Welcome one and all to the Do Brigade. Hope you enjoy your stay. But for everyone else, you can still enjoy the Kako Club. You don't have to be a sub to enjoy your time here. Anyway. Where's the rest of the crap? Where's these dastardly... I was about to say dastardly hostages, as if they're intentionally hiding themselves somewhere around this friggin' level. But yeah, as a result of the mission structure here, you get a lot of kind of open, free-formish levels that can be a little tricky to adjust to. Every now and again. Ooh, I might want a quick save. I remember what might be in this room. I'm gonna give it away. Griefer! How am I? I'm fine. I am A-okay, good sir. How are you? What else? Just before I get into knee-deep into the shit here, I'm just gonna double-check some of the other stuff. Zikri, you remember the suicide bombers from the Wolf 3D mods? Guys are hell in the closed-up environments. Yeah, so originally... The original version of this actually played out on the Wolfenstein engine. Wolf 3D engine. I remember playing it. I had it on a Shareware disc that I used to get with a magazine. It sucked. You know, it was fun at the time. Fun enough for the likes of me. I do find these tricky though, because most of these, if not all of the enemies, are hit scan. Eee. You dead yet? I've only got like 4 points of health. Yeah. So it can get a bit tricky. Thankfully, a lot of these situations seem to be designed with excessive cover in mind. So it's not too bad. As long as you just focus fire like crazy on the big fella. Try not to run out of ammo. I'm trying to wonder if I can just cheese it. I get him go around that way. No, he's going around the wrong way. I don't want to do peeky cheeky breeky around the corner. There we go. He died a lot easier than I thought he was going to die. Maybe I just took too many hits. Anyway, when you take down the chunky guy, you get dual Uzis, which is always entertaining. Zikri, his natural strategy, if a mission fails, pretend you're a hostage. Escape while everyone's eyes are off you. I've seen that tactic done in a few films, actually. Was there a film with Clive Owen in it called Inside Man? I think that was the name of it. It was like a bank heist, and it's kind of weird. Can't remember much, I just remember it was a Spike Lee film. So, I've now got the red keycard, which means I can go up the apples and pears. Or through here, where they got giant mutated rats in the basement. Why not? Why not? Let's secure the basement while we're down here. And the evil leader of the... Jesus Christ, that's a big rat. The evil leader of the terrorists is unfortunately broken out. Just leaving these crap-stained rats in tow. But at least there's all this beer. You know, all of this beer lying around. I'm surprised the terrorists just didn't drink themselves to death before I got there. clearly that's why they're so evil. They just don't like alcohol. Nah. It's okay to not like alcohol. Hit scan more like hurt scan. That's I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Quick Doom Nukem, that was an idea from one of the beta testers, so it had more of an 80s action movie vibe. It definitely succeeds on that front, Quake. Definitely. It fits the theme. Fits it very well. So, if I can get this right quick, I should be able to get myself a railgun. Which I definitely believe is a reference to the Arnold Schwarzenegger film Eraser. Where he, I think he kills a crocodile in it. I'm trying to remember the setup to the scene, but he ends up being menaced by a crocodile. And the catchphrase he uses after he dispatches with the crocodile, or the alligator, I'll always remember it. Your luggage. What? Was there a lot of alligator skin luggage at that point? Late 90s? I don't know. I don't know. It was a strange time. It was a simpler time. A different time. Okay, so. Rescue those. And we can move to the exit. Textbook hostage rescue. Unfortunately, I don't believe we can keep the railgun. As you might imagine, that's probably a little bit of an unbalancing weapon to have. But each mission starts with pretty much pistol or Uzi start. I'd say Uzi start. I gotta love that background though. That is a beautiful background image. But yeah, apparently just walking into the hostages rescues the hostages. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk? Just teleports them out of there. That technology, this ancient technology has been lost to the sands of time. Captain Lagbeard, be politically correct. Yes, I realized my mistake as I was saying it. Artistical, he's running away with the witnesses. He's protecting after he discovers the mention. Yeah, well, that's a bit of a word salad, I'm sorry. I'm gonna carry on. Hostages are collectible items, yes. Anyway, you've completed the first mission of Operation Body Count, soldier. But what you faced today was just the tip of the iceberg. Victor knows you're gunning for him, and he's got a whole army of suicidal nutjobs with guns in their hands and 72 virgins on their minds. You can't say that. Smoke him if you got him. Anyway, time for another briefing. It's a bad one this time, apparently. Is this the oil rig mission? It's the oil rig mission. I'm not saying it's a bad mission. That was the briefing. You should be paying attention. Captain Lagbeard. There's a better way to rescue hostages than the method in Descent. You are correct, because in Descent, if you're not aware, you are actually in a tiny one-man spaceship flying around a mine, and you do have to rescue hostages, but that seems to be done by just flying your ship into them. What's coming out soon? Overload, which should be out this month, I believe, which is a spiritual sequel by the original devs of Descent. Some of them. They've solved that problem by having the hostages inside these cryo capsules that you merely activate a teleport on. It makes a lot more sense. And now I'm hiccuping. Anyway, I gotta defuse a nuke. No problem. No biggie. No biggie. You gotta defuse a nuke. Apparently, if you don't do this the right way, it does actually blow up. I've done that before. I think I did that in the video. Quake Doom Nukem, don't forget about the secret I told you. I think I was already aware of it, if I'm gonna be honest. Now it comes back to me. A lot of my knowledge of useful secrets comes to me when I'm actually in the level itself, but I do remember the first thing I did with this mission was kind of turn around and see what was behind me. So, yeah. Rage Fox, Ravage Fox. Overload fills you with inhuman glee. Me too, me too. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna play the crap out of it when it releases. Lieutenant Havoc, I did nuke myself in the Mod Madness video. Rookie mistake. Rookie error. As always, be fast and efficient. Last month's embassy mission was boot camp. Small league. And the stakes are for keeps. It does feel like a significant escalation, doesn't it? You've gone from an embassy hostage rescue to disarming a nuke in the Gulf. So yes. There we go. Right, I don't know if you saw the flavor text for this. I'm just gonna bring it up. I don't know if you can see it. Mein Führer, I can fuck. Definitely a Dr. Strangelove quote. But yeah, that's that leads you to the end of the level actually, so I might not need to utilize that right now. So what did I just pick up? That looked like the flame wall. That's the mini nuke. That's the mini nuke. Ah, screw it. Let's just kill someone with it. Say it. Say it. I know you want to say it, chat. I'm not gonna say it for you. You should know the drill by now. I've had my fun. I've had my fun. And I'm gonna keep having fun. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I remembered it was a nuke. I didn't remember how far the nuke thing... Ah! Actually spread. Third time's a charm. That was just a test run. 0 deaths. 0 deaths. That's just how I warm up on this level. That's just how I warm up. You gotta blow yourself up and get yourself killed by suicide bombers at least once, otherwise you just can't play the level properly. It's a well-known speedrunning technique. Actually, I was going on about the railgun earlier, and there's a railgun right at the start of this level. You can't take it with you, but it does turn up in like the first section of the friggin' oil rig. So this kind of section right here is why I dislike hit scan. In general. So if you got big wide open areas like this, occasionally you can get an enemy all the way over in the distance, nailing you with a few bullets, and you won't have a good idea of where it's actually coming from. Always kind of irritating. But in this case, I think you can get over it. Ozreek, only I can stop my own fun. In that case, the fun never stops. Jeez. Surprise terrorist? Haven't even made it inside the rig yet. That's all, you don't know about me, but you always wake up and blow a grenade up on yourself. It's just the done thing. How else are you supposed to wake up? Okay. We have got... Ooh! More rockets. But not mini nukes. That's a different kettle of fish. You get a rocket launcher, and then you get the mini nukes for the nuke launcher. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't remember that secret had a mini nuke in it. That one must have slipped my mind. I remember that there was an area you could go in. Maybe it's just that I didn't hit the no smoking sign. But Quake Dude Nukem, thank you very much for that hint. Now, I've got to remember to quick save as well, because these levels can get quite expensive. Can occasionally suffer a few less than satisfying deaths due to the aforementioned hit scan, but I think I got my head in the right place. Also, we got plenty of bullets for the AK now, so everything should be fine. Actually, no, I can go one better. We've got a railgun. Unemployed noob, you gonna buy a bicycle and ride with it to your hometown? I think you were mentioning, you were saying you're gonna move back into the wilderness or something? The rent's cheap, the air's clean. I don't blame you. When I lived in France, I was... I don't know, I was probably in the most built-up place you could possibly have in the middle of a national park. But yeah, one thing I've always liked about the railgun is that little coil, that little effect. It's always great. So this gives you the sequence to disarm the nuke, which is a real neat little touch. So it's not good enough to have the red, yellow, and blue keys. You gotta remember the sequence, and this will tell you. It's blue, yellow, red. Remember that. That is important. Important information. Also, more terrorists. Actually, screw it. God, I love it when there's a lack of fall damage. Actually, I could have probably got that armor, but I'm at 110. It's not really that much of a problem. Now I think we can head down the stairs. Explore the rest of these sections. Actually, I forgot about that glass. See, there's two different types of glass in this that... One you can shoot through, but it's only if it's a counter. And the other one you can't. Ah, shit. Shit. Shit! Fuck! Yeah, if you're not careful with where you're going in this, it will ambush you with shitloads of enemies. That's one of the guys with the freaking railgun. Oh, Jesus Christ. I walked into the wrong neighborhood. Quick save. Yes. Jesus Christ. Actually, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep coming. I'm gonna let all the jihadis yell. They can do whatever they like. They're not gonna follow me up the stairs. Not yet, anyway. If you're wondering what the little beep beep noise is as well, it is not the sound of a turret out of Team Fortress 2. It is in fact the sound of the drones. And I hate the drones. The freaking pains in the ass. Captain Kaylee, the explosive railgun, pretty much your favorite weapon in that mode. Oh yeah. Just double check if I missed anything. Everyone willingly misremembering the nuclear disarm code. You. Why am I not surprised, chat? Why am I not surprised? Big Doom Nukem, you should also try the Nerves of Steel remake. This is by the same guy. I'll have to check that one out. I will have to check that one out. By Impy? I'm pretty sure that's the name. Pretty sure that's the name of the author. Well, the lead. I realize that some of these projects you get a lot of people contributing, helping out. So it's not always a one-man show. I got like 47 rounds for this thing. Not too shabby. Though I do occasionally feel like saving it for more chunkier encounters. If you haven't already noticed by now, a lot of these levels are multi-tiered, taking advantage of one of the additions that the Sourceport engine makes to it. Oh, hey, a chunky dude. Exactly the kind of enemy I was talking about. Actually, no. Screw it. Have some rockets. And this, I believe, is the drunk missile launcher weapon model from Rise of the Triad. I think it is. I do really like the drunk missile launcher, so whenever I have something like this and it doesn't do the crazy missiles going everywhere thing, I'm like, no. Oh. But anyway, I was saying something about the level design, wasn't I? Oh yeah, the multi-tiered, which is something that the GZ Doom engine does. It doesn't do this natively in vanilla Doom. But I like the way these are constructed. You can see it quite well on the map here. You got a lot of overlapping, underlapping stuff. It impresses me because it's a massive pain in the ass. Massive. Like a spiked butt plug in terms of effort. So... why did I have to remind myself of 7? Such a grim film. Anyway. Where are we heading next? We still need to get more keys. We've only got 1 out of the 3 nuclear disarm keys. I'm pretty sure I can make my way up here. gonna quick save. There's another element in this are turrets, as well as suicide bombers. Where they at? I can hear them everywhere, but I don't know where they're coming from. Are they still up here? Yes. Okay. I think the most tense, terrifying thing you can experience in this mode is hearing the endless screaming of the suicide bombers and not knowing exactly where they are because of the whole multi-tiered level thing. Sometimes they can be on the level above or below you, and you'll just hear them endlessly yelling, ceaseless screaming. Come on. There we go. Easy peasy. Ozric, how would I know a spiked butt plug is painful unless... Anecdotal evidence. Ozric. It is a thing. Ah. So... Another thing that tends to happen is a lot of the level just opens up as you make your way through it, which does occasionally lead to a little bit of disorientation. But thankfully, enough of it seems to be distinctive every now and again that you'll easily find your way. I think the only one level in this that really turns me around, you ugly son of a bitch, you absolute mutant. There we go, he's dead. I think the only level that really turns me around in this is... What was I thinking? The airport level. Which I can't remember if it's the one after this. It might be the one after this. Irish Jim. Who has the better scream? The Revenant or the Suicide Bombers? I think they're both beautiful in their own way. Why not Suicide Revenants? Best of both worlds, Ravage Fox? God, that'd be terrifying. That'd be terrifying. Alright, I have got a perilously low amount of health. I'm wondering if I can... I can't pillage the cola machines for health. How about no? How about no? Let's see, can they use doors? Yes, they can! Always kind of sucks when it's a guy at the end of the hallway that gets you. Airport level is map 5? Ah, right. Hopefully I'll remember my way around it a little bit better this time. Okay. Doing fine up to here. It's just that I got 4 points of health. It's very, hard to make progress. Hit scan enemies and 4 points of health. They're coming at the goddamn walls, man. There we go. There we go. Any health packs? Any health packs? No health packs. No health packs for me. Oh, come on. Next map after this is Alcatraz. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alcatraz is interesting. And how long has it been since this mod made it to version 1? I have no idea. I didn't pay attention to the date. God, they come from everywhere. Okay. See if I can use a super amazing flanking maneuver combined with save scumming to get through this situation. Pretty sure I can. Neat. Neat and tidy. We're good. We're good. How many other people have we got? I'm gonna be really abusing the save button. Till I find myself a few more med packs. It's a good job I remembered you can fire through that. Okay. I think there's going to be a few more down this way. Oh, it's a good job he was a bit rubbish with his gunshots. I'm pretty sure there's another big dude down in the basement, so I'm going to try and skim this area to see if I can find some good stuff. Preferably. That was a word I was trying to say. Preferably beer. Actually, is that beer? Hey! We got some booze. Booze, booze, wonderful booze. The more you drink, the easier it is to snooze. Okay, I think, maybe, potentially, I might have enough health to maybe peek downstairs, if I can remember where downstairs is. One of these places. Stairway's somewhere around here. This is what I mean about getting turned around sometimes. The hallways can get a little samey. Pretty sure it's one of these. Ah, was that? Where did those take me? Those take me back up. I've already been there for the other key. And this takes me. Ah, no, these are the wrong kind of stairs. Ah, right. I think I see him. Thankfully, everything on the map isn't the same kind of outline. That would be pretty difficult. I've walked past them. They're in the middle here somewhere. So... this. Yes! Skinny door. Sidonia! Been a while indeed. How are things? Spiffing. You found an interesting map pack called Dimension of the Boomed. I think I recall someone talking about that. I don't know if it might have been yourself somewhere. Sounds like a reference to Quake. Isn't that the name of the first episode? Dimension of the Doomed? I imagine it's a clever name. Probably owing to the fact they did it in Boom? Is it Boom compatible? Yes, line up. All of you line up. Ah! Allow me to murder you easier. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try and kite everyone down this real small hallway, so on the way back I can just murder all of them. Ah, that's where the other key is going to be. Okay. Like a mini-boss at the bottom. Kinikos, have I ever heard of the CD soundtrack that the CD version of Operation Body Count comes with? I do not believe I have. My experience with the original Operation Body Count, as I mentioned earlier, was a shareware CD. So it was never the official release. I think I got everything I needed out of the shareware edition of Operation Body Count, if I'm going to be honest. Oh man, this is one of those wide areas that make it a pain in the ass, because hit scan. Fuck! Give me dual wielding, I know I got dual wielding. Oh, come on, where's the health? I know it's here somewhere. Must mean dimensions of the past, Quake Dunicum. Must be misremembering things. What else? So I'm missing Captain Kaylee. Big shout out to the modder authors for making this. Neat seeing the game finally making it to a playable state. The magic was that Doom in the modded smashing. Damn right. Damn right. Ruberstacks, have I played Kriegsland on stream? I do not believe I have. I do not believe that I have. So it's certainly an option. To be honest, I seem to be on a bit of a Wolfenstein-inspired kick of late. Don't know if you've noticed. What with Wolfendoom, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, this, which was originally a Wolfenstein engine thing. Yeah, that works. That works. Bit of fire and forget action. Oh, there's the big guy. Where's my railgun? Butler, bring me my railgun. I have a fatty to dispose of. Good. Good. So, that's the disarmament panel. Can you remember the sequence? Because I can't. Red, yellow, blue? I think it was red, yellow, blue. We'll fly by the seat of our pants. I'm sure it'll work out fine. We can't do it now, though, because we need to go get ourselves another keycard. The red keycard. I'm pretty sure to get to it, I'm gonna have to go around down here. Blue or not. Ooh, good health kits. I'm gonna try and leave that particular health kit alone because I'm at 93. It's not really worth me picking it up yet. Yet. But I have been known to be a bit of a bullet sponge when hit scan is involved, so we'll see how that works out. If we go any closer to the middle, we'll get the other mini boss. But this would take us back up to where we started the level, which is just neat. It's real neat. I love that kind of looping design. It gives me a little tinge of satisfaction. I don't think I can kind of overstate how much I like that kind of level design. You see it quite a lot in other games. That's a good example. Like Bloodborne, where things all circle background, shortcuts, and looping. Yeah! It's sad like yeah! 20! Come on, kill me! Good now! Who is your daddy and what does he do? Not much, cause he's dead. Right! That's the red card. That's a red card. It means we can disarm the nuke. I should use the nuke quick doom. No. I gotta disarm the nuke. I used the nuke at the start of the level. It didn't go well. Blue, yellow, red. Red, yellow, blue, I'm sure of it. I'm gonna see who's correct. I wonder if it randomizes each time as well. That would be interesting. Sova, out of curiosity, of all the Doom mods I've played with crafting and RPG elements, which mod do you reckon has done those mechanics best? The first thing that probably comes to mind is lithium. It is the first thing that popped in my head as soon as I read your question, so that would probably be your answer. Kinky the Slinky, good day indeed. Anyway. I chose poorly. Good job of quick save, didn't it? Saw nothing. Saw nothing. Huntrag, have I seen the new Predator film trailer? Yes. Yes, I have. It's kind of odd. I'll try and describe why it's odd. It seems to be odd because, for some reason, it seems like a redo of AVP 2. Only without the aliens. So Alien vs. Predator 2 was set in like a small, what is it, Midwestern town? I have no idea. I'm not good with geography in America. And there's aliens, there's predators, things happen. There's some kind of predator-alien hybrid. It's not as exciting as it sounds. And I just kept thinking of it the entire time I was watching the trailer for Predator, The Predator, as it's called, The Predator. I want to give it a chance. I want to give it a chance because Shane Black is directing it. Writing and directing it. Shane Black was in the original Predator. Shane Black wrote Lethal Weapon. Shane Black wrote The Long Kiss Goodnight. Shane Black directed Iron Man 3. The Good Guys. A few other things as well. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, great film. I don't know. I'm willing to give it a chance. But, you know, a part of me just wants big muscly 90s dude shooting gigantic weapons at aliens. Or an alien in the jungle. But, you don't always get what you need. You don't always get what you want, sorry. I'm mangling that Rolling Stones song. You don't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Becky Girl, there's no hostages in this level. Oops. Actually, I just forgot to go on the dinghy. I just needed to go on the dinghy. I think I was just subconsciously looping myself back around to the start of the level. There we go. Rubistex, screw you, Icarus. Pred Alien is sick. I will admit the Pred Alien is awesome, but just watch that one bit. just get the Pred Alien scenes and then, you know, move on with your life. Anyway, Alcatraz. I completely skipped the briefing because I was hammering E. We've got bioweapons. It's basically The Rock. Y'all seen The Rock? Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, Alcatraz. Pretty much what we got. Also a flamethrower, I'm pretty sure. Yes, we've also got a flamethrower. But you've got to be very careful. You got to listen to the briefing, because I remember this. If you use the flamethrower too much, you might run out of fuel, and you need the flamethrower fuel, which is a bit of a tongue twister, to put out the bio lab with all of the shit. That's a technical phrase for it. All the shit in the bio lab. Irish. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Oh, God. The Rock was great. Sean Connery. Anybody for a round of tennis? Plus, what's that line? That really awkwardly delivered line that Nicolas Cage says to that guy when he fires one of the missiles off? You ever heard that Elton John song, Rocket Man? Well, you're the Rocket Man. Who writes that? Who decides that's even a good line to deliver? But anyway, I count it among one of the last great films that Michael Bay made. The very last great film Michael Bay ever made, in my mind, is Bad Boys 2. After that... Shouldn't really have done that. After that, you can kind of just leave it to rest. Leave it to rest. I've not seen Pain and Gain. Don't think I probably will. But for me, the back catalogue kind of ends. Actually, no, I'll tell a lie. I enjoyed the original Transformers. The thing about the Transformers series is retroactively, every subsequent film makes the first one look better. It's amazing. Oh, I do have an Uzi. I was wondering where it was. I think the tricky thing about the start of this level is it gets a little tricky to build a head of steam in terms of getting your weaponry. There we go. That'll help. That'll help. If you're wondering why everything's gone green, I did pick up some night vision goggles. Ah, there he is. WAP Pain and Gain wasn't bad. I just don't have any urge to watch it. I think it's just that kind of thing. If you gave me the choice between a selection of Michael Bay movies, there's a few that will always be up there. The Rock, Bad Boys 2, You know what I remembered? I suddenly remembered it was a Michael Bay movie. But it only pops into my mind whenever I'm thinking of Michael Bay movies in general. It's always that kind of, oh yeah, he made that film. The Island. That was interesting. That was an interesting film. That had the worst product placement I've ever seen. Actually, most of Michael Bay's films have absolutely awful product placement. It's a fantastic drinking game to play. Watch a Michael Bay movie, and then just spot the product placement. I actually legit laughed out loud when I was watching The Island in the cinema when it first came out. Because there was a big, fat, advertising-style shot in the middle of a scene between Ewan McGregor and someone else. He puts down a bottle of, like, Perrier mineral water or something like that, and it lingers for a few seconds on the bottle, perfectly framed, close-up. You know, just a bit of dripping water going down the side of it, and I'm like... Has the film started, or am I still watching the fucking adverts? And then there's that weird training exercise thing that they've got in The Island, which was sponsored by Microsoft. Oh, it was so bad. It's like a big fat Xbox thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to rewatch that film. And I'm gonna get so friggin' drunk. Memories. Ah! Not those kind of memories, though. Not those kind of memories. Ixathil, thank you for the 100 bits. That's the beheaded kamikaze scream from Series Sam. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And News. I hope I said that right. Thank you for following. Isn't The Island the film with Harrison Ford? No, it's Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson where they find out they're clones. The clones. Just in case, you know, some asshole needs a new liver, rather than getting like an artificial liver grown or something. They just clone themselves wholesale. Pinky, you watched The Island in high school for English class? Oh, man. But the insinuation there is that you're putting it up with the likes of Shakespeare. Because in my English class, I used to put on that really annoying Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet film. The one with Leonardo DiCaprio in it. I lie, it was funny. There's only so much Shakespeare you can take in like high school English class before you just go like, I never want to have to listen to the fucking bard again. And then you come back to it. Hostages secured, building secured, bish, bash, motherfucking bosh. Shutter Island, what was that one? That was Leo DiCaprio, wasn't it? What was the one with Harrison Ford? Someone mentioned getting confused with one with Harrison Ford. Rubstack's next map. Next map set, Dark Universe. Very cryptic. Very cryptic. Oh, you mean next map set to play in general on this. I was checking out Dark Universe, actually. Sonny, you're working on improving the weapon that I got you to do. The Heat Death Infinity Splitter. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Dark side of Michael Bay's defense of his bad films is I make movies for 15-year-olds. Boo fickety hoo. Problem with the Transformers films was he made films for 15-year-olds using a franchise that was beloved by 25 and all that. Yeah, Michael Bay is always just gonna do whatever the fuck Michael Bay wants. And the one thing you gotta remember is, come hell or high water, Michael Bay makes money. And that is the depressing reality of how it works. Michael Bay makes money. They are happy for Michael Bay to ruin whatever the fuck he wants to ruin. He can say he's a big fan all he likes. He's talking out of his ass. He knows how to make things go boom. And, yeah. This is why the quality of things that I can enjoy from Michael Bay have decreased over the years. Because back in the day, he still had to be careful about making money. He had to, you know, actually share the responsibility, you know, maybe with a writing team, a producer, you know, there's all like Jerry Bruckheimer collaborations, all that kind of stuff. I mean, Joel Silver, I don't know if he ever collaborated with Joel Silver. But, those times are kind of gone. The guy can do whatever the fuck he wants on a film set these days. It's the George Lucas problem. He's surrounded by yes men most of the time, who are there for the paycheck. And they know they're going to get paid because Michael Bay makes money. And for some reason, everyone goes to see Michael Bay movies. I suppose if you're after nothing but pure, brainless, visual spectacle and chaos, you can't really beat the guy. He's very good at it. But when it comes to threading it all through with a coherent story that you can actually get behind and enjoy and, you know, feel satisfied by, or even sometimes even just a coherent fucking action scene, yeah, maybe not. I'd rather just go watch John Wick. I'm getting tired. I'm getting real friggin' tired of cities blowing up. I'm getting real friggin' tired of buildings falling down. I'll say, you know what, I enjoyed Rampage. That I had a lot of buildings falling down. But The Rock, his charisma alone, got me through quite a lot of that. But yeah, this is why I enjoy things like The Raid and John Wick. Scale down the action a bit, make it a bit more personal. Make me feel it. Make me feel it. I wince so goddamn much whenever I watch The Raid and The Raid 2 because I friggin' feel it, and I wince quite a lot when I watch John Wick because firstly, that adorable puppy. And secondly, holy shit, he shot all of those guys right in the fucking face. It's great. What can I say? I love my trash. I like my trash well made. I like my trash in a neat, satisfying pile. Isn't John Wick the Keanu movie? Yeah. I know some people will get offended by me calling it trash, but I call all action movies trash. It's not that they're bad. It's that when you get down to it, they aren't exactly high art. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm referring to it wrong. There are different levels. There are different scales we're talking about here. I love my action movie trash. You know, 90s action movie trash. It's like a fine wine. Then you've got your real primo experiences. It's not quite takeaway. Not quite takeaway food. Yeah, that greasy curry or, you know, whatever you get from the takeaway shop around the corner. But it's something you go to a restaurant to. You go to a restaurant and order the same thing you get at a takeaway, but it's a little classier somehow. It's a bit more well presented. It looks kind of nice on the plate, and it just tastes that little bit better. That's the likes of John Wick and The Raid to me, when you compare them to other kinds of films that try and do action. Kingsman was exceptional. Kingsman 1 was exceptional. Kingsman 2 was shit. The Golden Circle sucked. I was so dissatisfied with the Golden Circle that I am more than willing to ignore its existence. It took quite a lot of elements that worked really well about the first film and kind of shat on. So if you were interested in the Golden Circle, brace yourself. Brace yourself. It's nowhere near as tight of a film as the original. In fact, I think one of the problems with the Golden Circle is it feels like it's retreading a lot of the same ground. You know, oh yeah, we're gonna have another one of those crazy camera move fights, and yeah, you've already seen it. They're retreading a lot of the same ground, but not as well. CGI robo-dogs in fucking Golden Circle. Every time I think of it, I remember something else that sucks. There's Channing Tatum who gets to do absolutely fucking nothing in that film. he ends up getting some disease and just doing a retarded dance. And then there's Elton John. What did they have on Elton John? What did they have on Elton John that convinced them to do that? I don't know. I don't know. Wily Cat, your favorite stream yet? Oh, just because I'm talking about action movies while playing a game inspired by a lot of that thing? Yeah, I can see that being pretty good. Pretty good. What did they have on Elton John? Zerod's Money? Really? Elton John is, like, made of money. He's got a fucking knighthood as well. I don't know. Maybe he was just a big fan. Maybe he was just a real big fan of the original. Thought, you know what? Fuck it. Elton John was probably in there because British spy film. Not sure I follow the logic. Not sure I follow the logic. Have I seen Ninja Assassin Huntrag? Yes, I have. Bit too much of a reliance on CGI blood, if I'm gonna be honest. I think the director of Ninja Assassin was the same guy who directed V for Vendetta, if I'm remembering it right. Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of wandering around here, it's just because I couldn't figure out which door to get in. I couldn't remember whether I'd checked all the buildings or not. Ha! Look at all this beer. Look at all this beer just sitting around in the showers of all places. Because clearly, when you go on a tour of Alcatraz, that's where they put the complimentary beer. Double check the chat for a second. Have you ever watched Miami Connection? No, but it's very high up there on my list. I do watch quite a lot of Red Letter Media. I've been a regular viewer of that since the Plinkett reviews originally dropped, and they started doing Half in the Bag. So, Miami Connection is definitely high on my list. You know what I really want to watch? Low Blow. I really want to watch Low Blow. That looks friggin' hilarious. There it is. Another one up there. Or is he behind you? I don't know! They're coming from everywhere! Zero shower beers are amazing. I don't know, doesn't it get watered down a little? I suppose if you leave the shower on while you're drinking your beer, he had missiles. I am so British that I have drank tea in the shower though. I have avoided the shower water. Sometimes you just really need a cup of tea. You just really need a cup of tea. V for Vendetta was the Wachowskis raised a skunk. I don't think they directed it. They were executive producers, I believe. Someone else directed V for Vendetta, but their names were all over it. Because I don't think the Wachowskis had made the likes of Cloud Atlas yet. They were still riding off the Matrix films, even though everyone kind of agrees the Matrix films kind of suck after the first one. Cloud Atlas is okay. Jupiter Ascending is the funniest shit. It's just dumb as shit. Sean Bean is part B. Channing Tatum is part dog. Mila Kunis is Queen of the Universe. And I want to know what drugs they were taking. All I want to know. What drugs were you taking? And where can I find them? Actually, probably not. Let's rescind that. Let's rescind that request. I'm gonna secure the cell house before I rescue the hostages, but they just teleport anyway! Sorry, this sequence of chat is like a work of art to me. Darth Star, you can have a shower beer. What is it? Why not shower in beer? Then you can have a shower beer and it doesn't get watered down. Followed by, unless the beer is American, followed by Rubistack's American beer or burr is like it's like sex in a canoe, fucking close to water. Oh, I don't know why that tickled me so much. Thank you, Rubistacks. That was a good chuckle. GG. GG. Okay, still need the red card. Still need the red card. I know there's a way up. Actually, there's a... Oh, wait, that's the way up. The stairs! Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? Ah, the Eater of Worlds has arrived. Welcome, Bray Wyatt. I knew you'd come. Thank you for following. Bo Dallas for the Wyatt family win. Anyway. I'm happy to have the railgun back. Rubistack's Jupiter Ascending is a comedy masterpiece. It is. It is. Just... I love that people gave the Wachowski brothers... Sorry, they're not brothers anymore. The Wachowski siblings... they give the I call them the Wachowski brothers because I just remember from when I watched The Matrix back in the day. But, the Wachowski siblings... They... I'm happy for them to make weird shit. I mean, they made... What was it? Sense8? That Netflix series. I'm pretty sure within the first 2 episodes there's something like a gigantic sloppy dildo. There's like a shot of a gigantic sloppy dildo or a strap-on hitting the floor. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like a Wachowskis to me. Did you see what happened in some of those Matrix movies? They just go into friggin' weird leather clubs by like the end point. It's like, I think these guys are probably into kinky shit. Right. I pressed the thing for the thing, which is this thing. But I think I've got to press the thing for the thing again to go down the thing. Because it's a timer switch. Yeah. Anyway, let's scroll down here. That's not you sure the Wachowski sisters now? Probably. Or the Wachowskis. They like to be known as the Wachowskis. Fine. Not confusing at all. Mark Sider, somebody on Reddit had the idea that WWE should bring back Damien Mizdow. And have the Miztourage follow him around thinking he's the Miz. Damien Sandow. It was great. They do need to bring him back. For those of you out of the loop, there was a wrestler called Damien Sandow, and he teamed up with another wrestler called The Miz, and his capacity was as the stunt double of The Miz, which involved him copying, everything he did, and he actually got kind of more popular than the person he was stunt doubling for in the first place. And they just didn't follow up on it. They didn't follow up on it. They kind of buried the poor guy, and I think he left the WWE a while back now, a few years back. Which is a shame. Okay. I'm just double checking I need these various cards. This section does confuse me in Alcatraz. Always lose track of where I'm going. Where I can go. I think I'm probably gonna have to go back up the stairs again. Potentially. Because I can't pick up the hostages. They'll have rescued, rescued? They'll have rescued all the terrorists? They'll have killed all the terrorists, that is correct. Rubistacks, what WWE needs is to give more wrestlers alternate forms. Make the forms actually mean something. You want to see Demon Balor? I miss Finn Balor's face paint. Fun. Bit of theatricality. Who'd have thunk? Anyway, I'm just derping again. I am derpy. Head derpson of the Derp Brigade. Not knowing where the fuck I'm going. Okay. I am pretty sure I have missed a thing. Yes! Yes, I have. It's because the corridor is a little narrow. Sometimes I just skim right past the thing. There we go. How rude. How rude, good sir. Aha. See, I know I've made progress because all of the enemies have suddenly turned up. That's how it works. Right, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's more booze. So now that I've got the yellow key, can I go? Was this a yellow key? There's a red card. Okay, it's just the one up the back. Ooh, that was close. I nearly fucked that up. Whiskey Juliet, nice texture work in this mod. Yeah, it's pretty neat and tidy. Pretty neat and tidy. Steppy, Vic was just pretending to play. He's my ghost player. Oh no, I'm actually really good at reading chat and just navigating the level at the same time. When it comes to actually shooting things and not getting shot in the face, that's when it gets hairy. Certain games I can do it with. It's just I've played so much friggin' Doom that I'm just used to it. Bollocks. Yeah, I can't get a ghost player. I ain't got that Snoop Dogg money. Was it Snoop Dogg? He wasn't even pretending to play after a while. It was amazing. Anyone else get visited by Snoop Santa this last 420? Did he come down the chimney and leave some dank nugs by the tree? The other tree? Covenant Slayer, freaking Spheres of Death. These are Phantasm movies. No, these are not balls of death. The thin man is not is it the tall man or the thin man? He isn't afterwards. He isn't afterwards. I need to rewatch the Phantasm movies. They're great. The thing that makes me laugh about the Phantasm movies is, or is it the director, Don Corsicelli? I can't remember his name properly. It's Don something or other. He did another movie with Bruce Campbell in it called Bubba Hotep, where Bruce Campbell plays an elderly Elvis who's still alive. He just had like a mistaken case of stolen identity. He wanted to live a simple life for a little while, so he hired an impersonator who was exactly the same as him to take over. And this guy went apeshit, got fat, and died on the toilet. While the real Elvis, who no one believes is the real Elvis, just ended up, you know, stranded. And he ends up all these years later in a nursing home with some black guy who thinks he's John F. Kennedy. And all of a sudden, some evil mummy turns up that's dressed in cowboy boots that starts sucking souls out of old people's asses. You still with me? I think you're still with me. Don't worry. It's confusing. Anyway, it's great. There's like bathroom graffiti in Bubba Hotep in like Egyptian that the mummy puts in there. And Black JFK goes, I can read this. I don't know how he can friggin' read it. Cleopatra does the nasty. It's pretty low-key as far as that kind of film goes. But I love it. It's great. Now, the trick about this is I'm not allowed to shoot these. I'm not allowed to shoot these. The enemies can do whatever the fuck they like because, you know, dastardly terrorists. But me, I gotta burn it all. Gotta burn it down. And get these. Yeah, I completely fucked up the first time I played this level, and I used a little too much of my flamethrower fuel on enemies. I got a little enthusiastic, you might say. And that made me worry that there was a nuke on site. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to disarm a nuke again. And I found another nuke. I found another nuke launcher. Have I kept that? Or did I just find a new one? I don't know. What am I doing? Need a quick save. Rubystack's playing Gwent while watching this, and Arcus Queen is OP as fuck. I need to put more effort if I'm ever gonna play a card game. It feels like there's so much choice these days. I can never decide what's worth playing. What's gonna descend into me having to buy booster packs forever and ever and ever. Rubystack's, what's this movie I was talking about? You wanna watch it? Bubba Hotep. Bubba Hotep. Elderly Elvis and Black JFK fight a mummy that really likes to dress as a cowboy. It's an interesting movie. I own it on the Davada. Okay, I think I can save him now. Yes. Have I done all of the things? I'm pretty sure I've done all of the things. So I think I leave the way I came. So, where's the boat? Where's the boat? That's the boat. And Zitz! D12, thank you very much for following. Welcome, welcome. Firebug, this has probably already been asked. Did I finish Castle Wolfenstein? You mean Return to Castle Wolfenstein? No, I'm continuing that later this evening. So my plan is I'm gonna play through this. What time is it even? Oh, it's 4:20. Nice. In the UK at the very least. What was I even saying? So I'm gonna play this, get this as much done as I can. I'm gonna have like a 1 hour break, get myself some foods, get some brewskis. Then I'm gonna come back and play some Return to Castle Wolfenstein this evening till I get too tired to carry on, basically. Cattle Alley had like a Doom mod that redoes the Die Hard movie. Oh yeah! Remember Die Hard Trilogy on the PlayStation 1? That was fun. I think that's ripe for a revisit. Not movie-wise, but video game-wise. Zitz, what's the mod? It is called Operation Body Count. Clue? Somewhere around the title. I don't know. Covenant Slayer, you know Bruce Campbell movies? There's a horror movie he did. He recently got the Blu-ray of called Maniac Cop. Yes! With Robert Z'Dar as the Maniac Cop himself. You'll know exactly who Robert Z'Dar is, and yes, there is a Z at the start of that surname, because he has the biggest fucking chin you have ever seen. You might not know his name, but you'll see his face, and you'll go, oh, that guy! That guy with the giant fucking chin, yeah. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It certainly is, Ruberstacks. Certainly is. Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie. I'm pretty sure The Long Kiss Goodnight is also... You'll notice that Shane Black does that quite a lot. He sets a lot of his films at Christmas. The only thing... Actually, the one thing that puts me off about The Predator, which he's directing, he's set it at Halloween. He's deviating. He's deviating from the formula, so I don't know. I don't know how to take it. I don't know how to take it. Is this a Wolfenstein mod? No, this is a Doom mod based on a older game that did originally run on the Wolfenstein engine. So this is kind of like a reimagining remake of the original Operation Body Count, which was shit. This is surprisingly not shit. In fact, it's great. In fact, it is great. Am I playing the TF2 Scout in this because I look like the TF2 Scout? What? As in the hat and headset? Or in-game? I'm so confused. I don't know! Audric, you looked up Robert Z'Dar? Yes, I'm not exaggerating about the chin. Any of you can look up Robert Z'Dar and you will go, holy shit, is that a real chin? Yes. And I feel happy that I've been able to introduce all of you to Robert Z'Dar's chin. It's a rare sense of wonder that one can have when you look at someone's face and go, holy shit, that is a chin. Captain Lagbeard, Die Hard 4 video game with confusing mechanics, as John McClane in Die Hard 4 spends about 90... Confusing mechanics, I guess you meant. Spends 95% of the movie looking like, why am I here? I know, understand computing. Die Hard 4. Die Hard, again, is kind of a series that is looking better the more entries they try to make, because Die Hard, A Good Day to Die Hard was terrible. Die Hard on Holiday in Russia was terrible. And, where's my guns at? There's my guns. Do I still have my nuke launcher? No, I don't. But yeah, Die Hard 4, or as it was called in the UK, I think it was Die Hard 4.0, something like that. What was it? I can't remember. It was Die Hard 4. It's alright in comparison. It's just so sanitized. I think that's the problem I had with Die Hard 4. The whole thing about the Die Hard films is they're kind of grungy. They're kind of down and dirty films. You can almost smell the sweat on the, you know, when in Bruce Willis's character John McClane, because he gets fucked up in those films. He gets grimy. His vest gets covered in crap. He always ends up like bleeding. He's always crawling through vents or sewers or all sorts of crap, getting stuck in an airport. But Die Hard 4 turned him into a superhero. I think that's the biggest problem. The biggest problem with Die Hard 4 is it turned him into a bit too much of a superhero. It was always meant to be wrong guy in the right place. Right guy, wrong place, right time, something like that. That was always how it was meant to be. I've kind of forgotten where I'm going with this. I think I need to focus. Let's go back up. Hey, secret. What are they feeding the rats? Cocaine. That's what they're feeding the rats. Covenant Slayer, you believe they did release an unrated version of Die Hard 4, which ups the violent content. Doesn't fix the problems with it, unfortunately. In fact, one of the things that really annoyed me about the unrated cut of Die Hard 4 was they changed some of the one-liners. So there's a scene in Die Hard 4 where he drives a taxi up a toll booth and it crashes into a helicopter. It's actually one of the cooler things in the film. And in the theatrical version, the one-liner is... No, he replies to, "Oh god, you just killed that helicopter with a car," and his response is really nice and to the point. "I ran out of bullets." Perfect. No changes need to be made with that one-liner. In the unrated cut, they change it to some really weird line about car crash statistics. It's so freaking clunky. I hate it. So yeah, I think my problem runs deeper than it's not bloody enough. It's just not that good of a film to qualify as Die Hard. Anyway, I need to shoot a switch or something. I'm pretty sure I need to do some blowing up of barrels at the very least. Definitely blowing up of barrels. This has turned into the action movie nostalgia stream, really. And you know what? I am happy about that. I am absolutely more than happy that that has happened. Right, I think I remember what I'm doing. Gotta use these rooftops. Hop over this. Yes. Gave me a little time to collect my thoughts. In the theatrical cut, they cut off the yippee-ki-yay motherfucker. They did. It's just not right. It's not right. Pardon me. Errant, there's a toon series called Rats on Cocaine out there. It sounds fun. Darkstar, you always thought that ran out of bullets one-liner when you think of Die Hard 4. It's one of the best parts of the film. That's why I always remember the one-liner, because it's a good one-liner. And they got rid of it. How? Why? Nope. Fuck. Should have known. Should have known. Didn't have enough room to maneuver. Ah, good. 3 rockets and he's done. He always struck me as a 4 rocket kind of guy. Okay, that should bring the steps up. Kinky the Slinker, we need movie madness streams where we watch a movie together. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. Ravage, I think you should pass out. You glad to have finally made it to a stream? Might check out the Discord channel. Oh, feel free. Feel free. Invite link is below the video if you're interested in checking out the Discord. Try not to get scared off by the loony people on the Discord. I say that every time. Every time someone expresses interest in the Discord. I got some crazies, okay? Whiskey Juliet, now I've got you thinking about movies that should have been great but were massive disappointments. Like, Indiana Jones 4. Indiana Jones and the Sorcerermen from Mars was the original, I believe, working title for Indiana Jones 4. We did kind of get that. There's just so many things in Indiana Jones 4 that you can easily and clearly say, George Lucas, put that pen down, step away from the page. You are not allowed to touch this fucking script or any script. CGI whatever's. Prairie dogs. We need some CGI prairie dogs. For a little ha-ha funny look at the prairie dogs looking at the rocket sled. Ha-ha-ha. Aren't I great? Let's have some CGI fucking monkey swinging with Shia LaBeouf in the jungle. Let's have the most fake looking car chase I've ever fucking seen in my life. Oh, man. It just seems to be that thing where certain filmmakers of a certain age, of a certain generation, try and make a more modern movie using the technology that's available and completely misuse it. Completely misuse it. And I think the real tragedy is I wish they would have tested out their obsession with newfangled technology with something that doesn't fuck up a pre-existing well-loved franchise. That would be the best way to do it. Did they do that? They did not. They did not. I'm not bitter. Evan Kayla, you can always get together a couple in Discord and just watch some junk B movies. That's a nice idea. You know, like a movie night. See if I can figure that shit out at some point. Alright. Okay. I don't remember where I need to go exactly. I've already been in here. I've already done the thing. I haven't flicked that. Okay. He seems angry. He seems angry. See if we can solve his issues. Oh no! He was a 4 rocket guy. The other guy was a 3 rocket guy. He was definitely a 4 rocket guy. Pretty sure I am supposed to be blowing up those barrels. Anyway. Have I seen that System Shock remake that's being made, Osric? Do you mean the System Shock remake that's no longer being made? But maybe being made? But it's confusing because Night Dive Studios can't figure out what the fuck they're doing these days. Oh, man. It looked nice. It looked nice. Zero, you can record audio from Discord. I can record audio from Discord. Anyone can record audio from Discord. I think if you mean in reference to the movie night thing, yeah. Catalel, how about trying a multiplayer run off Blade of Agony or Multiplayer run of Blade of Agony or Hideous Destructor. Did they have co-op for Blade of Agony? I'm pretty sure that's exclusively GZ Doom. I don't think it's got the capacity to be co-opted. What was the other one? Hideous Destructor probably might work better. But I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like playing Hideous Destructor. It's evil. Okay. Let's try and get rid of these pew-pew laser balls. Play Dump 3 zits. I have played Dump 3. Was it recently? Sure it was Dump 3. Pretty sure it was a request as well. Was it for... Nah. Ah! You know, the most intimidating thing about that enemy isn't the fact that he shoots rockets at me. It's the Arnie-esque... Yeah! Anyway, I'm probably gonna reach a little point in this level if I can, and then I'm gonna go get myself some drinkies, some dranks. I need to remember to hydrate. Hydration's very important. Actually, can I go in the well? No, I cannot go in the well. Do I have an AK? I do have an AK! Marvelous. Marvelous. Oh, can I do a cheeky... No, I can't do a cheeky jump. Alright. Where is the button? Button. Who's got the button? Actually, I think I've noticed something I can do. They've set up a new team to develop a 2020 release of System Shock. Too much feature creep. Yes, I think I recall that being a thing. They kind of realized that they'd tried to do a little too much to the point where it wasn't really System Shock anymore. Dwap. Sadly, today does not fit certain descriptors of a good day because you did have to use your AK. Damn. But every other day is a good day, though. Where am I even going? I'm hopping across the wrong rooftops. I need to get over to this thing. Do that. Shoot that fella. Kind of look at that health kit because I don't technically need it. Now I can get through to the central compound. Right. I'm gonna use this opportunity, get myself a little bit of H2O, and I will be back very shortly. So don't worry. Be right back. Okie dokie. Got myself some tea. All is right with the world. And we still got some more Operation Body Count to play, so... Good day. It's a good day. Raging Venom, did you miss anything? As Darth Star said, we had a bit of a nostalgia trip going. But I'm sure we can have a little bit more. We can have a little bit more nostalgia going. That's the fun thing about nostalgia. It's always fun to talk about. Especially when it comes to 80s and 90s action movies. You know what we haven't talked about yet? Which is probably another big influence on games such as this? Commando. Commando. By all rights, Commando should not be a good film. But somehow, all of the elements just work. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's one of those films that just plays in completely to, like, Arnie being an absolute monster. And, it's funny as shit to watch, especially when it gets to the last part of the film where just everything seems to be made out of explosives. It's like just basic stuff. Basic stuff makes the biggest explosions you've ever friggin' seen. It's like they had leftover budget somehow. Then again, they probably saved on the cocaine budget at some point. That's the only reason I can think of for the explosion budget, having that much money behind it. But he was just putting claymores down in the enemy compound near the end, and it just fucking erupts! And I'm being shot. Okay. There we go. I forgot about this. I forgot they have, like, a protective, turret in front of the sexy dancer ladies. Also, I'm trying to figure out what game is on that. If any. If any. I'm sure someone will get to the bottom of it. Also, Commando is a film that has some of the best Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liners. He kills a guy that's supposed to be, you know, keeping an eye on him on the plane. Tells his Jewish, don't wake my friend, he's dead tired. Yeah, I snapped his neck. He doesn't say that, though. He doesn't say that. Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. Actually, no, he doesn't. He says it in such an intense way. It's right. I lied. Relicious, what about Suburban Commando starring Hulk Hogan? That is an interesting film. Ah! Mustafa in the pool with the rocket launcher that apparently managed to blow himself up. I'll get bagged. Rest in peace, cocksucker. Yes. That is how it works. I do honestly feel like just watching shitloads of action movies after this. That is what it inspires in me. Dead Meat, what are some recs for old school games where you don't have to spend 5 hours figuring out basic mechanics with a terrible UI and terrible controls? Old school games without stupid mechanics and controls. That's a tricky question, to be honest. It's hard for me to think along those lines. I'll have to get back to you on that one, unfortunately. That's how they've remade Death Wish. They did like a not remake of Death Wish with Kevin Bacon not too long ago as well, called Death Sentence, which may have ended up being a better film than the Bruce Willis Death Wish remake. It's just not the same without Charles Bronson, to be honest. It's just not the same. Shoulda Demolition Man, you don't care, best Stallone movie. Even next to Rambo 1, 2, and 3? Hell, I'd even put Rambo 4 in there. God, I love the Rambo movies. They're legitimately entertaining as fuck. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be going back this way. But Demolition Man is fantastic. What appears to be your boggle?
Rob Schneider is the reasonable character in an action movie.
Controversial opinion. Controversial opinion. Judge Dredd is actually a good Stallone movie. This is gonna ruffle some feathers. Now, don't misinterpret me. I really love the more recent Dredd movie with Carl Urban. I do love that film. But there's something about the original Judge Dredd that just puts a smile on my face. Sorry. You gotta do it right. You gotta do it right as Stallone. People tuning in will just think I'm suffering from a stroke. No, I was just doing the Stallone impression. Don't worry, I'm fine. I have my tea. It's fine. It's fine. Lieutenant Havoc, death sentence was actually based on the book of the same name. Ah. Kid 51, Rambo's good, entertaining, serious movies. Demolition Man is goddamn funny. Yes. Yes. Do you know how to use the 3 seashells? I certainly know how to wipe my ass by getting citation tickets for swearing at the machine.
Rupert, you betrayed the law. I am the law. Law.
Sorry. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. I can't hate Judge Dredd. I can't hate that film. It may be a terrible Judge Dredd movie, but it's a fantastic Stallone movie. Anyway. Captain Kaylee, Hollywood. Oh, wait, it crashed. I know I've still got the thing on screen here, but I'm looking at a crash screen. Oh well, let's see if I can load it back up. I think we got nostalgia overload. I think we got a little too deep into nostalgia territory. Oh wait, shit, that's a new game. We overloaded the circuits. No, that's the wrong one. No. No. These are none of the things I was playing. I'm pretty sure, you know what, it didn't save the next mission, that's what it was. Map 5. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good, we're fine. So this is the airport level. This is the one that confuses me. A lot of people paying respects for the crash. It's fine, it's fine. It was just a flesh wound. It was just a flesh wound. Anyway. Lance Charleston. Hello! Hello, right back. Welcome to the Nostalgia stream. Where we have nostalgiaed so hard today that we have managed to crash the GZ Doom program. Which unfortunately would have forced me to play the entirety of the last level because it didn't get to the point where it could autosave. So I took measures into my own hands. I hope you'll forgive me. Now, hopefully, the fact that I've played through this level once already means I will be able to find my way a little bit better than last time. Let's just... What was it? Body count? There we go. Also, remember to shoot bullets, don't use rocket launcher in close quarters, and don't reload your grenades. And it sounds like sage advice. I know I have been prone to reloading my grenades in the past. In the path? In the past. I reload my grenades while stood in the garden path. That's what I was really trying to say. Hey, more flamethrower fuel. Okay. Now he can really get barbecuing. It feels like a waste on the suicide guys. Because they just blow up anyway. And John Diaper, thank you very much for the follow. And Raging Venom, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. As I avoid certain death and terror. Pardon me. John Diaper, reasons Charles Bronson was so great. He was an old man shooting teenagers. Got some washed up Texas Ranger kicking knives out of hands like a puss. Ah! Hey, Chuck Norris had some good films. Invasion USA was hilarious. The only thing I can't stand about Invasion USA is the sheer amount of denim. No one man should be allowed to wear that much fucking denim. I don't care how high he can kick. Anyway. Now, I'm probably not meant to blow it up, but this is an action movie inspired game, so you know what, I don't mind. Let's blow things up anyway. I'm actually kind of sad that I don't have grenades that I could even attempt to reload. There's a little bit of extra spice this could probably do with it. A little bit of grenades. Help me roll the dice a bit, because everyone knows my track record with explosives. Well, that was a thing. GG. GG. Death, how about the movies where Chuck Norris got his hair ripped out of his chest? Which one was that? Probably have to list a few. Becky Girl, Delta Force was a good Chuck Norris one. Didn't that have Emilio Estevez in it? Charlie Sheen's brother. Don't see much of Emilio Estevez these days. Anyway. Let's go around this way this time. The stealth route. Yes. The stealth route. What I mean by the stealth route is the route just that takes me closer to the enemies without them being able to shoot back. They already know where I am. They just can't see me to shoot me. Okay, I'm gonna back the fuck up from that fella. Please die. There we go. And Wolfie Redhead, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Do I not have a... I've got to have a rocket launcher here somewhere. Anyway, quick save. Seriously though. Flamethrower is a friggin' beast. It is a friggin' beast. Who needs a rocket launcher when you've got a friggin' beastly flamethrower? Addy, what a nice map. It's a good map. It's just a little confusing on the inside at the very least. Very typical of me, using explosives to blow up a guy already wide with explosives. That's just how I roll. So yeah, this part is probably the most readable aspect of this level. The outside, shit. The runway, it's A-okay. I can get along with this section of the map fine. It's all the interior stuff that confuses me. If you check the map, you can see how many enemies you killed. 54 out of 171, apparently. Ixatil. Okay, here's me last bits. Thank you very much, dude. 100 bits. I will cherish them. Cherish your lucky charms. Because they were shamrocks. Dusto, when I say quick save, does it not make you think of that 90s era supermarket quick save? Oh yeah, I remember quick save. When I said this was the nostalgia stream, I'm not sure I was gonna angle in the area of 90s era supermarkets. But I get where you're coming from. We used to have Safeway in the UK as well. I think Safeway's more a Canadian thing now. It's funny when I go from the UK to various other countries that have still have shops that have long since gone extinct in the UK. In France, there's a shop called C&A, I think. They're like a blue ribbon logo. That used to be something in the UK for quite a long time, and definitely no longer. Not for a long time. Just rename it to the Nostalgia stream. Oh no, I'll keep getting people asking me what mod I'm playing. it'll be our in joke. It'll be our little secret. Has anyone seen a Woolworths recently, John Diaper? Oh man, rest in peace, Woolworths. It used to get real cheap pick and mix sweets. Cheap as shit. That's where they probably made all their money. Cheap sweets. But no longer. Rest in piss. Rest in piss. Oh shit. Yeah, don't mind the hostages. We're just gonna have a big old gunfight. Them in the middle. It's a good job they can't die. Alright. So we're gonna like alright, we got 100% neutralize all terrorists. Fine. Love what they've done with the place. I think it needs a few more corpses though, preferably themselves. So this is the part where I start getting a little confused in this level. So you'll notice I've been up and down a few staircases, around a lot of corners. There's a few midway staircases that go up to the edge of this map, and yeah. That's the noise my brain makes. Get away from me! There we go. We're good. Just a flesh wound. Just a man exploding in my face. Phrasing. There we go. Bit of booze, bit of med pack. Like nothing happened. Ever suffer a bullet wound? That's all you need to do. Get yourself some brewskis. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Hospitals, psh. Who needs them? Zero odds, what have you missed? I don't know, when did you leave? John Diaper, some Woolworths turned into national wholesale liquidators in New York. Maybe you can remember? If that's what you mentioned with NY. When I read NY, I see New York. And again, maybe it's got to be capital letters. I don't know. Channel makes video. Fellow creator, you want to say you greatly enjoy videos? You could be more caught up. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Thank you for dropping by and saying hi. What a nice chap. What a nice chap. Thank you very much, Chandler. Oh, more hostages. More hostages. Yeah, we've moved from 80s and 90s action movies to high street supermarkets. That used to be around when you were a kid. Woo! Such entertainment, such nostalgia. This stream's been great though. You guys have been great. You've been giving me the member berries. Oh, this is a roomy plane. This is a Dreamliner. That's how big it is. Big fat plane. Actually, do you know what film it reminds me of? Air Force One. That's the one with Harrison Ford as Mr. President kicking ass on a plane, mostly kicking the shit out of Gary Oldman. Air Force One. Air Force One. Good film. Terrible effects at the end when the plane actually crashes, though. Oh, it looks so bad. But I still love it. It's good. It's good. Actually, I think they reused this map. I think they reused this map for, like, the final one. So we'll have to remember this. Anyway, I think I'm done here. I just need to remember to come back for the hostages. Because, we left a few terrorists alive, I think. See, you know you're on the right track when you get a lot of screaming jihadis just running at you. Now arriving. Oh, God. Now arriving at Gate 5. An entire crowd of screaming suicide bombers. Security at airports isn't what it used to be. I love that it said terminal secured before I killed the guy behind the bar. He was just working there. He was just pretending to be a terrorist. Am I the baddie? Am I the baddie? Anyway, I can rescue the hostages now. Get that ticked off the list. Where is the turret? I keep hearing the turret beep. It must be downstairs. So for Gary Oldman's a fun person to kick the shit out of. Zerod's Gary Oldman is just fun, period. He is. Gary Oldman's great. There we go. Actually, that's the wrong door. Wolfie Redhead, those screams are not nearly as annoying as the Serious Sam ones. At least they fade off a little bit. At least they fade off into the distance. So I now have the blue key. I'm pretty sure it would allow me to... I can't remember if this is where the end of the level kicks out through there. So I'm going to go back, try and get those other hostages. This level is actually flowing a lot better second time round. As long as I can find the stairs. Actually, do I need to find the stairs? Was the toilets upstairs or downstairs? I don't know. I don't know. It was one of these. It was one of these. Actually, no, I remember now. I remember now, because that's the exit. I remember. There's two fatties down this way, I think. But they only turn... Oh, wait, no, there's one of them. Where's my rocket launch? Actually, do I have my nuke? Nah. Never mind. Never mind. Suck it down. See, that's what Duke Nukem Forever should have been. Duke Nukem Forever should have been a loving send-up, much like Duke Nukem 3D was. Of 80s, 90s action movies. That's how it always was. How it should be. And this just kind of reminded me of it. Just using the Duke Nukem quote. Came all flooding back. Bomb floor secured. Wait, I don't think it is. There we go. Now it's secured. Now it's secured. Oop. They return to the home planet safe and sound. So, I forgot about the corpses on the belt. Anyway, I think we can leave now. Our job here is done. We have thoroughly inspected this airport, I'm pretty sure. No, we haven't. We haven't. I just remembered. When did I last quick save? When did I last quick save? I think this is what, Nah, this is just before the hostages. Ah, shit! What's going on in chat? Did I play Duke Nukem Forever 2013 mod? I have. It is much better than Gearbox's release. Duke Nukem Forever is not a bad game, Zitz. Unfortunately, it's not a particularly great one either. And it could have been. It could have been. Instead, it ended up being pretty average. I was doing this with the AK before, wasn't I? I think the bad thing about Duke Nukem Forever is it just all I could think of when I was playing Duke Nukem Forever was, do you remember how creative developers were with the build engine? It just didn't feel like that was present with whatever engine they were using. Duke Nukem Forever, everything just felt kind of formulaic. Here's a turret section, here's a driving section, here's a section you've seen a million times elsewhere. I'll tell a lie. The most fun I had in Duke Nukem Forever was the section where you get shrunk in the casino, and you're in a little remote-controlled Duke Nukem buggy. And the problem with that section is that when you get in the... I think you get in the monster truck again, later on in the game, it's not as fun as using the buggy. They kind of screwed themselves over with the pacing. So, have I secured this shit? Have I secured my shit? I have secured the shit. We're good. We're good. Damn you! It's a good job I quick saved. I've just got such a low amount of health left. Actually, glug glug. Glug 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 glug. We're fine, we're drunk. That's how it works. That is how it works. Drink beer, receive health. Any more health packs around here? Nope. Nope. Need to scroll down the chat. Left it a little too high up. Doo-doo. Anyway, we're up. We're back up. We're back up. Up to date with the chat. Now, I just need to remember where the fuck I was going. I think it was up, then around, then over, then through. Yeah, very, very specific directions. They probably aren't helping me a whole bit. A whole bit? A whole bunch? I think my tongue has just decided it doesn't want to work anymore. Maybe it's the tea. Maybe it's numbed my tongue. I've been waiting for the caffeine to kick in. Oh, there's the other baddie. Good job he's hiding behind that pole, otherwise, Yep, don't worry. Don't worry about the deafening rocket noises streaming past your ear, good buddy. I've saved your life. You're probably bleeding out the earlobes, but don't worry. You're good. Cool. We are such good anti-terrorism operatives. Everyone is dead. Ideal outcome. Wolfie, imagine surviving an entire wave of enemies just to get killed by a random rat. I've had that before. I have had that happen. Survive some real... I mean, look at that. That little bastard could have snuck up on me. Just when you least expect it. You get these big fat bastards coming out of the walls. Ah! I think this airport needs a little bit of a pest control operation. I mean, screw the terrorists. They're fine. But these rats... Holy shit. Y'all got a pest control problem. Oh, no, we got more baddies. We got more baddies. Let's see if they'll line up for me. Ah, they did! Spiffing! Opinions on the internet? It's more likely than you think. Wily Cat. Which is still a game that'll entertain you for hundreds of hours. I think I've lost the thread on that one. Cool Bob, I am the pest control. That's the reason why I'm here. The hostage and terrorists were just ancillary. Ah, fair. Ah! We need to rescue the General Secretary of NATO. This is a pretty short mission if I remember. This is a really short one. Unemployed noob. People are allowed to argue. But sometimes it's better to just stop when you realize that it leads nowhere. Yeah, no one is going to argue more than an opinion. Hold fast. Sometimes it's okay to walk away. Go walk in the park or something. Young Robin Williams giving us the mission debrief off he had. Someone said Tom Hanks earlier. Someone was going with Tom Hanks. I was going with Michael Biehn. Michael Biehn, I don't know how you say it. He was in Terminator. John Connor. Not John Connor. How dare I get his name wrong. Kyle Reese. I just love that quote in the original Terminator, where he's just ramming home how completely fucked they are if the Terminator catches up with them. Doesn't feel hunger or pain. And there's a few other bits. And it will not stop. Ever! Until you are dead. You're just like, oh shit. Let's fucking run then. And Death, thank you very much for following. And Shifty! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the show. He's Hicks in Aliens, Coven. That is damn right. Bill Paxton is Hudson. One of my favorite characters in Aliens. Game over, man! Game over! Oh, hey, yeah. This is what I look like. Pretty styling. Styling, profiling. Terrorist. Something in. Anyway. There we go. We're good. I can't remember if I can ride this up or not. I don't think I can. I think I've got to take the stairs. Okay. Aha! You guys suck. And you do. You do. You too. Words. What are words? Was that someone with a railgun? I think it was someone with a railgun. Cheeky buggers. Cheeky fucking buggers. Are they here yet? Are they nearly there? I think they took a bunch of damage on the flames. These are the worst terrorists ever. Okay, we're just gonna leave those terrorists in a room with a hanging corpse. They don't mind. They're used to it by now. You'll notice that they're the exact same hostages every time. Every time. Just check a few things. So I'm talking about Walker, Texas Ranger. Ruben Stack's Walker, Texas Ranger was actually called that because by the point it was filmed, Chuck the Cuck was so old he had to use a walker between sets. Okay. Okay. Take your word for it. I always like to spot like odd cameos of people. Because I know they had Chuck in Chuck Norris, and was it The Expendables 2? I think it was The Expendables films suck, but he was in Dodgeball, wasn't he? He was like one of the judges in Dodgeball. For some inexplicable reason. That was a better cameo. But yeah, after going through all of that nostalgia, I can't believe I haven't brought up The Expendables once, and I think I remember why I haven't brought up The Expendables. Because it's attempting to recapture nostalgia without remembering any of the aspects that make those old films as good as they were. Instead, the Expendables ended up as, hey look, it's all these people you remember. It was Member Berries, the action movie. But without any of the cool shit that you actually want. The Expendables 1 and 2, I mean, I enjoyed the Expendables 2 more than the first Expendables. I haven't seen the Expendables 3. I'll probably get around to it at some point. I mean, can you blame me? After watching such prime entertainment that I've been discussing all stream long, can you blame me for being a little underwhelmed by the Expendables? I don't think you can blame me for that. Anyway, I kind of forgot what I was doing. Ah yes, murdering terrorists. Expendables 3 was shit, but the other two were hilarious. I enjoyed Jean-Claude Van Damme in the Expendables 2. I never don't... That's a whole other... It's a whole other sequence. Jean-Claude Van Damme action movies. Time Cop. Y'all remember Time Cop? It's a cop that travels through time, then kicks people in the face, and then does the splits. It's great. Y'all remember Street Fighter? He was the most American Belgian I've ever seen. Most American Belgian. Most Belgian American I've ever seen. I'm not really focusing on this level, am I? I'm getting too distracted by Jean-Claude Van Damme. If any of you ever enjoyed Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies, I think you need to go and watch Jean-Claude Van Johnson. The series on Amazon. Actually, pretty funny. Actually, pretty damn funny. Universal Soldier, Dolph Lundgren. I actually kind of enjoyed the follow-up Universal Soldiers. Not the one with fucking Dennis Rodman in it or whatever it was. Oh shit, what was it called? It was Universal Soldier Regeneration, I think. It was really kind of somber and weird, but I kind of liked it. There was like this fantastic fucking action scene. It was like a one unbroken shot. Jean-Claude just fucking people up. And then, what was the third one? The one that I haven't seen, it was Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning. Which apparently took it in a really fucking weird direction, and some people went, no, this is a fucking masterpiece. I'm like, really? Really? How can it be a masterpiece when Jean-Claude Van Damme's barely in it? Riddle me that, motherfucker! I don't think Dennis Rodman was in Universal Soldier 2 or whatever it was called. He was in, was it Double Impact? This is where you're gonna lose me in a black hole of movie titles and action stars, because I used to go and visit my local video rental shop. It was the only one in town, and I used to just look at the DVDs, the VHS tapes. I used to just go, oh, I really want to watch that. Really want to watch that. Really want to watch that. But they're gonna ID me. They're gonna check my age because, you know, 18 rated films and all that. Back when they didn't give a fuck about age ratings. I was like, oh, I want to watch all of these. And then I ended up watching all of those damn films. Covenant Slayer, Street Fighter the movie that spawned the line, of course! Whenever someone mentions taking over the world. Every bison dollar will be worth 5 English pounds when I kidnap the queen. Raul Julia, he played a fantastic bison. He is the best bison. GOAT. Greatest of all time. Best bison. I don't think anyone will ever beat him. Best thing. Best bison. Trying to think of the other one. For you, the day that bison graced your town was the most memorable day of your life. For me, It was a Tuesday. Beautiful. 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 Give that fucking man an Oscar. I can't even remember where I'm going. I got the blue and the red key, and there is something. Oh, is it this? Yes! It was this. I think you got another fat angry man at the top of this level. Yeah, there's the dude. Actually, where's my rocket launcher? 1, 2, 3. Ah, he's a 4-shot guy. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Okay, whatever. I'm just making noises. I'm just having fun. Just having fun with my voice. Anyway, now we can get not to the chopper. Oh wait, shit, no. We got shit to deal with. You know, if they just made the terrorist forces entirely of fat fellas, fatties like that, they'd be fine. They would steamroll most of these things. Raul Julia was in the Addams Family movies as well. Ah, yes. He was fantastic. Where's the stairs going? Actually, I should have just kept going down the stairs I was already in. I think I'm just doing a sweep check for hostages. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm not getting lost. I'm not getting lost at all. There we go. Neutralize all terrorists first. Are you sure? Are you sure? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? I'm pretty sure I dealt with them. Ah, they were in the toilets. Let's forget to check the toilets. Now, we can rescue these fellas. Not that they care. They probably don't give a fuck about anyone being in the friggin' toilets. Ah. Jetstream, Die Hard the game, Die Hard. I was mentioning earlier, so Die Hard is a series that's ripe for a new video game entry. Die Hard Trilogy was a lot of fun back in the day. This is 90s action movie, the mod. that's exactly what this is. Pretty Bird, when you play Time Splitters, you're gonna play it on hard. Yeah, because then you get the extra missions, if I remember correctly. Because the difficulty level on Time Splitters actually gives you more objectives. I think I might. I think I might. Oh, is this the one I think it is? There's like a big circular compound. This is a tricky one, this. Covenant Slayer. Pretty considers the Rampage movie was when Hollywood officially ran out of ideas. Rampage, I dare say, is one of the better video game adaptations. I said it. I said it. Didn't say it was a good film. Buzz and Frog, bring back practical effects and good stories. You know what Rampage needed? An actual 30 stories tall gorilla. They're hard to come by. I won't say that CG should never ever be used, but I do think it should be heavily restricted. One story that always comes up in my mind when people talk about CG, like overuse of CG, is The Thing. So they did a sequel to The Thing called The Thing, which was really confusing, because when I think of The Thing, I think of John Carpenter's The Thing, so I look at a thing with The Thing on it, and I get really confused. You mean John Carpenter? Is this the thing with John Carpenter's thing, or is this the thing with the other thing? Anyway, what was my point? My point was, this sequel to the thing, prequel even, they were trying to make, had these amazing practical effects. They were doing the justice with those effects perfectly. But for some reason, due to like studio meddling, that kind of thing, and some real shit test audiences who probably wouldn't know what the thing actually was if someone fucking hit them over the head with it, said it didn't look right, so they pasted all over the wonderful practical effects with a layer of CG, which made it look fucking awful. I'm still bitter about that to this day. The new thing is a prequel. It was the prequel, yeah. But yeah, they smeared CG, like a CG jelly, all over these wonderful practical effects. If you ever look up the practical effects testing for the more recent version of the thing, you will look at that shit and go, holy moly, that's fucking fantastic. Why did they ever lose faith in that? Ah well, at least we'll always have the original. We'll always have John Carpenter's The Thing. So if I ever feel like giving myself nightmares or getting excessively paranoid about everyone in my life, I can watch The Thing. And then prepare for the day when someone erupts into a horrific mass of tentacles and death. It's just a movie. It's just a movie, Icarus. It's just a movie. Damn good movie. Right. Pretty sure I'll be able to get up to that other one. Just if... Actually, I don't know. Can I? Sure, I can do it. It's the lamp that puts me off. There we go. It's because you can clip through lamps. John Carpenter's The Thing isn't the original. John Carpenter's The Thing is the original John Carpenter movie, but The Thing from Another World, The Thing from Outer Space, whatever it was called, was the original. But that doesn't, that hasn't aged well. That hasn't aged well. It was based on a book. So if you want to go to the original of the original, it was based on a book called Who Goes There? That's such a realistic fire. That has some good fire graphics. I've got a soft spot for practical effects done a little bit wonky though. I mean, there's plenty of films where you can easily go, that's a puppet. But I like that it's physical. I like that it's tangible. I like that it's there. And it has an effect on its surroundings. Unless it's that really bad Yoda puppet that they used in the prequels. I don't know if any of you caught it before they papered over it. But I think in the original theatrical cut of The Phantom Menace, they had a really... Actually, I don't know if it's still there, actually. I haven't watched The Phantom Menace in a very long time. It had a really, really bad Yoda puppet. It put the one in the last the one in the Last Jedi was pretty well used, all things considered, but the one in the fucking Phantom Menace, ish. How about the wizard puppet for the Power Rangers Turbo film? I can't say I've watched the Power Rangers Turbo film. The only Power Rangers film I watched was Power Rangers the movie, where they fight Ivan Ooze, and they use the power of bad CGI to combine the most powerful Megazord yet. I really enjoyed that film when I was a very small laddie, and then I watched it again fairly recently because I think it was on Netflix at some point. Oh my god. Oh my god. That aged poorly. That aged real bad. Aged like friggin' milk. Rupert, you never liked practical effects as a kid, but the last 5 years or so you completely changed your mind on them. They're just nice to behold. There's just something inherently satisfying about them. It's hard to define, but I think anyone who enjoys it knows that feel. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something kind of irritating about this level. It's not a deal breaker. It's just the way it's structured. So I've got to get up on these upper ramps and destroy some anti-aircraft things. I'm pretty sure. But every time you get close to one, big fatty jumps out, and you don't get a lot of room to back up, and it led to a lot of unfortunate, unexpected deaths. So there you go. Doesn't help that they're rocket dudes. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. It does help that they're rocket dudes because the projectiles are much more avoidable. If it was a hit scan enemy, that'd be much worse. But it ain't. So I'll give it that. I'll give it that. Ruby Stacks, you watched Mystic Force during his live run on Jetix in 2012. Also dubbed in Czech. I think that's a bit past my time, I think. I was moving on to other things by then. Which Power Rangers series was it where they stole some props from Starship Troopers? Anyone who is big into the Power Rangers series will know what I mean. There was a series, and I'm pretty sure they stole some of like the armor from fucking Starship Troopers. I think was it Time Force or something like that? I have no idea. I caught it one day and I was like, what the hell? Did they just raid the production office for that? Or did they get a handout? It was really bizarre. It was really bizarre. Because all I could think of was like uber violent Starship Troopers and then Power Rangers. Lost Galaxy, that's the one. There you go. That's the one. I knew it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me going insane. That was like 99, 2000, yeah. They reused the props from a prop warehouse. I think the problem is they didn't do enough to the props. They didn't do enough to disguise them from the original. Because, straight away I was like, what the hell? Is this a crossover series? When are the bugs gonna turn up? Power Rangers versus Ndathu bugs. An ugly planet. A bug planet. That armor showed up in Firefly as well. I don't remember it as much in Firefly, but I certainly do remember it in Lost Galaxy. How about Turkish Star Wars? Wow, that's a fun time. Get your alcohol for that if you're planning on watching that. Fuck. Where'd you come from? Ow! Ow! I killed all them. Did I somehow graze one of the flak towers? I must have. Must have. Come on, do I have any? Actually, there's a secret down here, I think. Secret through here, yep. With a hobo in a cave. Shit. He's minding his own business, being insane in a cave. Feasting on the flesh of some poor bastard. There we go. We got the pocket nuke. We got the pocket nuke. I don't know if I have the nuke launcher. No. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Jetstream, do you want to live forever? Roughnecks. I love Starship Troopers, it's great. Michael Ironside. There we go. We're tumbling down another nostalgia hole. Michael Ironside, one of my favorite character actors. Especially in his heyday, where he was just playing these reprehensible bad guys. He could do the I'm an utter bastard face like no one else. Michael Ironside in Total Recall was freaking great. Now we're on to Total Recall, and I'm thinking Paul Verhoeven, he did some fucking badass movies. RoboCop, Total Recall, and it kind of... Those two, let's stick with those two. Ever seen Turbo Kid? Yeah, Michael Ironside is the baddie in Turbo Kid. Oh, it's great. Turbo Kid's a lot of fun. If you've been, you know, a little, I don't know, give it a go. Give it a go. You'll get a kick. You'll get a kick out of it. And I also like the idea that, of course, in the apocalypse, when all of the cars have stopped working, everyone's gonna ride BMXs. Everyone's gonna ride bikes. Of course they are. What's the last line that Arnie yells at Michael Ironside in Total Recall? See you at the party, Richter! I'm pretty sure it's directly after having his arms ripped off. Yeah. As far as, you know, Arnie film deaths go, that's a pretty memorable one. And then there's the whole gas... Oh, talk about practical effects. When Arnie gets flushed out onto the Martian surface near the end of the film, he goes all bug-eyed. You can tell it's an animatronic. But holy shit, does it still make you feel uncomfortable? It's cartoony as hell when you look at it, but still, you kind of go, oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. Did he die? Ed 209, single best evil robot in 80s, 90s movies that isn't played by Arnie. I'll go with you on that one. Seriously, what am I doing with this level? I spend so much time running around the outside barrier of this level, I forget what the fuck I'm doing. Maybe. We go a different direction. That's how when Arnie pulls the ball out of his nose, that's amazing. When he's dressed up as a lady going through the arrivals on Mars. So how long are you staying for? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's great. Great, and then the head goes... Someone just turning up is gonna think I've got a mental illness, but it ain't me going crazy. It's nostalgia. I'm fine. CGI is just 2 letters away from being a corgi. I'd be A-okay with CGI if it was in fact a corgi. Oh, it's open. Finally. I couldn't remember if I'd gotten rid of all the anti-aircraft things. Oh wait, I've got the railgun. Somewhere. Sure, I picked up the railgun. There it is. It's pretty rapid fire model as well. All things considered. Ooze. And 2. Oh, 3. Oh no! Built like a brick shithouse. Anyway. We'll get him this time. How many railgun shots can he take? Too many. Too many. Should've, great base design. Someone turned off the anti-aircraft guns. Open the front door! Yeah, yeah. I missed most of those shots, but I'm fine now. John Diaper, speaking of practical effects, no effects whatsoever. What's the original French Connection? Oh yeah, that car chase. Always ends up in those lists. Always ends up in those lists. Who did the French Connection? Was it John Frankenheimer? He did Ronin as well. One with Robert De Niro in it. I love Ronin. There's something about that film that is just really satisfying to me. It's all based around a bunch of mercs and spies trying to get hold of a briefcase. It's like MacGuffin, the most MacGuffin-y MacGuffin you could ever MacGuffin. And, it's just really freaking good. There's some really good tense car chases. First example I can think of a real good tunnel chase. Through Paris. Shit, he's got a railgun. That regulation? I'm gonna have to take that away from you. It's our regulation railgun. Ah. Pull that a railgun. This is a railgun. So... now I can use... oh yeah, now I can use the red key. Go up top. So I think the whole setup for this mission is the money that they were printing was laced with like a biological doohickey whatchamacallit. And so I need to destroy all of it before it goes into circulation. I gotta give this mod props. I really do. I gotta give this mod props for the scenarios they build. They're all great callbacks. They all evoke that 90s action movie vibe really well. Is good. Is good. I have a nice time with Operation Body Count, despite the fact that I, for the most part, absolutely cannot stand hit scan enemies. I still get along with it, and that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot. Covenant Slayer, Operation Body Count 94 is a piece of crap. Yes. Yep. Definitely. Definitely. Hey, Jason. Oh yeah, I was reading someone else's reply. It was a remake. Yeah, it was a piece of crap. This is much less of a piece of crap. Bosom Frog, favorite Doom mod? Off the top of my head, Russian Overkill. Russian Overkill. Love it. Love it to pieces. It's hilarious. You need to blow off some steam. You want to see everything go splody death? Get yourself Russian Overkill. Love me some Demon Steel. Love loads of mods. Too many. Too many mods. Guncaster. That's getting a new update soon as well, isn't it? That's pretty fantastic. Yeah. I just need to escape now, I think. There's a few total conversions I really enjoy as well. This is a really good total conversion. A really good total conversion. Shadow of the Wool Ball. Really fantastic total conversion. Rise of the Wool Ball, the sequel. Again, fantastic total conversion. What's the other one? Would I call daytime drama fantastic total conversion? I would call it a total conversion. I'm gonna hold my tongue on that one. So it's a little too in-jokey for me, that one. Okay. Unloved is pretty fantastic as well. To be honest, whenever someone asks me what's my favorite X or favorite Y, my brain freezes up. My brain freezes up because what happens, just to give you a snapshot of what happens whenever I have that question asked of me, is my brain starts trying to instantly list everything that I've ever enjoyed, ever. And I kind of short circuit. So most of the time, today was a good day when it comes to that, but most of the time you'll end up having me going, I'll get back to you on that one. Adventures of Square, a lot of love for the Adventures of Square. That's another one that comes to mind, yeah. Well, actually, no, it wasn't one that comes to mind, but Berserk reminded me of it. Thank you for reminding me of it. It's fantastic. You just wanted to hear the multiple recommendations? I did not expect it to go that way. I expected the robots to win. Ah well. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Dead! D-E-D. Dead. Ruberstack, you really like Trailblazer. Another fantastic mod. Honestly, the list goes on. It goes on and on and on and on. I love Trailblazer. I love High Noon Drifter. Both of them are fantastic. Really enjoyable to play. I need to go back. Gotta go back! Ooh. Aww. That's the mini nuke launcher. For those of you who have only just recently joined me, let me introduce you to the joys of the mini nuke. I did test this up a little too close last time. There is I think it's the radius of those flames down there that you really need to stay away from, because you do die quite catastrophically. The radiation sticks around. The first time I tried it, I did it in a very enclosed space. That was a terrible idea. Kinnikos, do I know about Corridor 7 and its planned sequel, Corridor 8? I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell. I might know it under a different name. Should have saved my nuke for those guys, shouldn't I? Wolfie, you're sorry, but after playing Russian Overkill in Slaughter Maps, that nuke looks like a bad potato gun. I will say this about Russian Overkill. I advise you not to play it unless you want every other weapon mod ever ruined. Because the sheer insanity and wonderful madness of the weapons in Russian Overkill is so good that it does end up making everything else feel a little meh. Reload my last quick save to get my nuke back. Zerots? I don't mind. I don't mind, I had a spare one. I'm not saving it for anything. Am I on the roof? Yes! Ruberstacks, you want a version of Russian Overkill that's stripped down where the guns are rebalanced and split into more classes? I'm not so much a fan of class-based mods. I lie. I'm okay if you keep it pretty conservative, like 3 classes max. I've seen some mods where they have a big fat list. Huge list of classes, and Hideous Destructor is probably guilty of this. I just glaze over whenever I see that. I'm just like, oh, wah. I'd rather have it built into the game. Oh yeah, I've been captured, by the way. Dun dun! Zerod's Russian Overkills. Fun for just being OP. Oh yeah. Just keeps talking. You gonna bark all day, little doggy? You gonna bite? The pain lasts for what feels like days. Vegas, you mentioned, sounds like I haven't checked out Abort. Maybe I'm just saving my opinion. Maybe I'm just saving my opinion for the due date, so to speak. Don't want to spoil the surprise, Magus! Anyway, let's get out of this shit. Beat down some inbred things. You know, for a second there, I thought that was a voxel. You know, for a second, I thought I would be able to go around it and not have it follow me. Just for a second. And then I would have said, why... Firstly, why is there a voxel when everything else is the way it is? And secondly, why did they leave me with my guns? Why did they leave me with my guns? My goddamn bootstrap sawn-off shotgun. And my Uzi. And my Uzi! Worst terrorists ever. Worst terrorists ever. Also, sewer level. Tick it off the list. If you're playing level bingo, we now have a sewer level. Duster, the pain feels like it lasts for days. Is that you, Blade of Agony? Oh, Blade of Agony. It's got its issues. It's got its issues. Oh shit, I missed a secret. You see, I try to be nice, but I can't disguise my just impatience with Blade of Agony when I'm actually playing it. As anyone who watched the streams can tell. I get a bit salty. But there's some good shit. That's the thing that gets me. There's some good shit in Blade of Agony. It's just sprinkled. It's good shit sprinkled on a mound of shit. Nah. Episode 2 is where it just goes downhill for me. I mean, I can think of another mod where Episode 2 goes downhill. Strange Eons. Strange Eons. For some reason, I cannot get behind Episode 2. I love Episode 1 to bits. It's fantastic. It's got a great vibe. The levels are fantastic, well built. And then Episode 2 happens, and I'm just like... I'm not feeling it. I don't know why. It's the difficult second episode syndrome. That's what I'm gonna call it. The difficult second episode. Sometimes they don't quite stick the landing. In my opinion. Always gotta remember. You might like it. Doesn't mean I have to. Rats sound like Pinky's dying. They haven't really changed the noise much. You still get the Pinky... You still get the Pinky roar. Oh, that should be a secret. Come on. Come on now. Having a laugh. Right. He triggered me. Triggered me with Blade of Agony. It's over. Time to head home. Have yourself a good evening. Best of ass kicking. Yes, best of ass kicking. Thank you very much. Very much for dropping by, dude. Sean the Rainbow Phoenix. They didn't take my guns. They did nothing about it. As I said, worst terrorists. Worst terrorists ever. I mean, they may have giant mutated sewer rats, but they're sorely lacking on the on the everything else front. Okay. Honestly, the biggest threat in this level are the friggin' rats. Okay. What have I got? Let's take stock. Ah, I've only got the Uzi. I've got the Uzi and the sawn-off. Which, if you're just joining us, the sawn-off is actually in the same slot as the melee in Doom. So normally, if you run out of bullets, you'd have to either punch him in the face or use the chainsaw if you found it. In this, you still have a gun. Which I think is kind of wonderful. Okay. So, I may have missed a trick on the first time around this. Oh, no, not too bad. Just a wrong turn is all. Kill the redneck troll. There we go. Ugh. It's a bit of a nasty noise. A lot of gargling. Very uncomfortable. the NRA terrorists, they'll do anything but take your guns. Don't just have a gun, Kinnikos. I have an infinite ammo sawn off. Yes. Subtlety? What's subtlety? Ugh. Hate that noise. I've also got 2... I should have 2 Uzis. Usually when you kill fellas like that, you get 2 Uzis. No, this is a very low ammo run. I don't remember having this much trouble with my ammunition the first time round. Then again, I blew myself up with the mini nuke the first time round, so there's that. There's that. Okay. I did pick up a key card. Definitely picked up a key card. Ah, I see it. I see it. Let's get out of this dump. I remember this part being actually really damn difficult because there's just... Ah! So many enemies! So many enemies up top. And you don't have much ammo till you get out there. So you really have to pick your direction wisely. At the very least, find a good bunch of enemies that you can murder and steal their shit. Okay, hopefully that should give me a good base of ammo to get through these guys. Yes, just about. Okay. Now I think we can go through the indoor. Low health. Alright. Nearly saved in a bit of a tricky position there. Okay. Got a bit more booze, got a bit more health. Ooh, even more booze. Remember, kids, booze equals health. Oh, bollocks, I didn't have enough of a run-up. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is a decent enough position. See, this is the thing about this default weapon. It's actually pretty good. Ooh, okay, that's where I came from. Anyway. Hey, it's Jason. Who here has heard of Cheetah 2? Wait, what? Who here has heard of the Cheetah 2 of FPS games? Angst or Raz's Revenge? Nope. Not a clue. Not a clue. I managed to avoid that one. At least I got the save. At least I got the save. Come on. Come on. Be easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. See if I can find more booze. Hey, okay, this is looking promising. There we go. Bit of alcohols. Get rid of these guys in the distance. Ah! Last thing you want to run into when you got low health and you're in a confined space. Okay, that's not the direction I want to go. That mean I've ever played Hatred? Looks like a fun twin-stick shooter. Oh, you mean Hour the Edge? The video game? Edgelord McEdge and his magical rampage. I think I saw all I needed to see with the gameplay footage, really. I've played better twin-stick shooters. If you're gonna make a twin-stick shooter, just go fucking nuts. Just go friggin' nuts. You don't need to... Actually, if you're gonna go edgelord, if you're gonna go full edgelord with the game, go further. Because, all things considered, but when it actually ended up coming out, Hatred was pretty tame. Come on. Come on now. So, a few places I can go. I can go in here. There's a fatty. I just want to get the booze. That's what it is. There's the flamethrower fuel. Tricky position. Tricky position. Oh, that was a good jump. Now I've got a railgun, which is going to help me out. Just. Hopefully, I can find myself some health. Why are there no health packs? I misclicked. When in doubt, accidentally shoot. Booze! Oh yeah, I need to get the map to call for pickup. That's how if you're gonna go edgelord, you need to do it so hard that it borders on parity. Yes! Yes. Ruiner's a good twin-stick shooter, Berserk. I liked what it was aiming for, but I don't quite think it stuck the landing. I got more frustration than enjoyment out of Ruiner. Fatty. Must die. I think my problem is he's got those dual Uzis, which means I can't do my usual shitter tactic, which is hide. Oh wait, no, just about getting it. I've got to do it by the roll of the dice, basically. Or this is gonna be a pain. If I keep him... Ah, there we go. There we go. Whew. Perseverance. Perseverance. I got him. I got him. I got him. I got the health. It's all coming up roses. Lovely. I think we're good. I think we've triumphed on this one. I just need to get to the radio. Requires me to get onto the rooftops again. Wolf Redhead can't compare Ruiner with Out of the Edge. Oh yeah, they're in a different league from each other, definitely. What's the one with the perspective rotates and it's all futuristic with bullet hell elements? That sounds like Ruiner. Unless you mean, Nex Machina? Was it Nex Machina? Might have been Nex Machina. It may also have been Assault Android Cactus. That's the other thing that comes to mind. But I'm thinking it might be Nex Machina. Twin stick isometric. Nex Machina's isometric. They're the only ones I can think of, unfortunately. Assault Android Cactus is actually quite fun. It's a fun one, that. Little short, but, you know, doesn't outstay its welcome. Dead Meat, it was Nex Machina worth the price of admission. It is heavily arcadey, Nex Machina. So, it is heavily reliant on you getting good. It's heavily reliant on you getting good. All things considered, playing it through start to finish, it's going to be pretty short, but if you're in the mood for a really good arcade twin-stick shooter with a pretty damn good thumping soundtrack, I would recommend Nex Machina, yes. I think it needed more. I think it needed more attention. It's just that, unfortunately, bullet hell twin-stick arcadey games aren't really in fashion, if that makes any sense. Unfortunately. They don't make a lot of money. Geometry Wars is a fantastic twin-stick dust. Oh god, I remember playing that on my old Xbox 360! Oh hey, we gotta disable another bomb. I think this is the last mission, actually. If I remember correctly. Yeah, we gotta kill Victor Baloch. Baloch. You have a little bit of spittle at the back of your throat when you say that one. Baloch. If you escape, he'll do something... It's like Liquid Snake's failed clone brother. Brother! Funky! Good job. Good job guarding that door, Larry. You had Larry. Just letting the psychotic counter-terrorist agent on board like that. That was your first mistake. That was your first mistake. Your second mistake was not disguising yourself as a poor hostage. But I'm pretty sure this is riffing off... there's a guy with a rocket launcher on this plane. This is riffing off a film called Executive Decision. It had Steven Seagal and Kurt Russell, and the funny thing is they originally advertised it as being a tense hijacking action movie with Steven Seagal, and he like dies in the first act of the film. Apparently Steven Seagal was really pissed off about that, but I don't give a shit because Steven Seagal's an asshole. Okay. Victor looks like a combination of Liquid Snake and Willem Dafoe. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh god, the list keeps going for the briefing room guy. We've had Tom Hanks. We got James Woods now. I think he looks like Michael Biehn. Evan Dubs, how you doing, man? How you doing? In terms of twin stick shooters, Enter the Gungeon's a good one. Enter the Gungeon is a good one. Okay. Getting loaded on alcohols. This mission is gonna go like a charm. I think, actually, I've got to get into the cargo bay through this. There we go. This is a very sturdy plane, just saying. This is a very roomy and sturdy plane. So, where did they pack the explosives, sir? Largely in their asses. It's not a very effective method of blowing themselves up, sir. I know. We are the worst terrorists in the world. Alright, I probably need to find a combination before I try and disarm that. Which will probably be this thing. So, yellow, blue, red. Okay. Need to remember that one. It's like the oil rig mission, yellow, blue, red. We do it wrong, we're gonna go splat. Much like those suicide bombers, but on a slightly more impressive scale. Hey! Easy peasy. I gotta say, I'm a fan of bosses being the ones that hold on to certain keys. I like that. It's a nice, more organic way of getting a key card sometimes in various mods, rather than it just being, you know, in place A, B, or C. I just gotta wait for this fire to die down, because I will take damage off the flames. Even in death, they harm me. Boop, this is a plane? Yes. This is a plane. They didn't do subtlety back in the 90s. Nah. I don't mind. I'm in a big fat plane. Alright, so I got a blue key card, which means I'm probably gonna have to go find the blue door, wherever that may be. Oh, no, there's an upper level. There is an upper level. See, when I try and think of this plane flying through the air, all I can imagine is a brick. A big, fat, giant brick. With some blue tack wings. Wings. Wings! Why did I say wings? Gonna be like sea wings? I don't think you get different types of fucking wings. Anyway... Genuinely makes me feel a little ill. Genuinely makes me feel a little ill. You know, I think this is a recent thing. I've started to notice sound effects more and more, and some of the more grim sound effects actually kind of get to me. They make my stomach go a little funny, because all I can imagine is what the dude had to do to make that original sound effect. I'm like, I wouldn't want to have to do that. I ran into it, makes it worse. I know. Oh, look, it's Shitface. It's Liquid Snake, as portrayed by the mutant love child of Willem Dafoe, and, oh, he does the same noise. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Anyway. So we still haven't disarmed the bomb, which is a significant problem. Significant issue. Where's that red key? That's what I need. Unless it was in the bogs. What was it? No, those are the stairs. I must have missed it. I must have walked past it. You can't break the toilets. Immersion broken. Immersion broken. Now, this cracks me up. So you got the top part of the plane, and then you got the stairway that leads down, which is actually like poking out the side of it. It cracks me up. They tried. They tried. There's no shame in trying. So I'm probably gonna have to go down, because I don't remember any of these other things being... Oh wait, was it this? Nah, wasn't that. I'm thinking it's something in the basement that I missed. Oh. Oh, I can phase through that. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. I got the blue and the yellow. Where is the red? So got one of them off these guys. Any plans on streaming MGS4, Unemployed Noob? You remember it as a shitty game that you gave up playing. I would have to clear a significant chunk of my schedule to play. Oh! Oh! It was that. But it wasn't for the key, it was just for the RPG. On the plane! Where I've killed everyone already. Yeah. If I was gonna play MGS4, I'd have to do a fair bit of preparation on that one. Wolfie Red, can we send clips here? Of course you can! Not gonna say no. Of course you can send clips. Where's the red key? Maybe Victor dropped it and I just missed it. Must have missed it. Has to be on Victor. No! It ain't? What about you? I did not anticipate not being able to remember where the red key card is. It feels like it should have been a pretty straightforward thing. I am confused. I'm confused. Victor had my yellow key. Outside, what's my Victor? Well, if you're gonna ask Victor, dead. Press minus to see more of the HUD and see if you have the key. I can see my HUD. I know where my keys are. They're in the top right. Yeah, I haven't got the red. If you're wondering how I know what keys I've got, it's the top right of the screen. I don't know if you can see it on Twitch, but I can definitely see it. Where is it? Sonny, the moment you turn everything back on, Storm comes back. Ah, bad times, dude. Take care. You know what's going to annoy me more than anything else? This is the last mission. And the only reason it's dragging out any longer than it has any right to is the fact that I can't see it. It's going to be real obvious. It's going to be real obvious. I'm going to feel like a massive dum-dum as soon as I spot it. Or I could just give it. Zero odds I can see it? What? You mean the key? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts! It is driving me nuts! I can see the HUD. Oh yeah, I knew that. Anyway, stop killing hostages until they tell me where it is. Where is it? I'm gonna Jack Bauer these sons of bitches. Don't want to be wall humping. He had it. He had it. It was hidden in his corpse. No wonder I couldn't see it. It was pure chance that I looked at him and went, is that the thing? Is that the thing? Is this the thing? Dickhead. Right. That was literally pixel hunting. Yellow, blue, red. Yeah. Yellow. I wish I could say that was intentional. I really wish I could say that was intentional. But for some reason, my brain just went, hey, you know what would be fun? Pressing red. Terrorists win. Fuck! How far? Right, how far does this set me back? How far? I'm not happy. I'm not a happy chappy, chat. You know why I'm not a happy chappy? Because now I've only got the blue key card. At least I know... At least I know where the other card is now. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and kill fucking Victor again, aren't I? Oh, Victor! Actually, let me get the red key before I do it. You know why I was so confused about the red key? Not just the fact it was where it was, it's that it turned up before the yellow and blue key. I can't believe I did that. I genuinely can't believe I did that to myself. You know, I'm sure it's a psychological phenomena where your brain sometimes just tries to sabotage you. Thinks, hey, you know what? You're having too much of a good time here. You're having too much progress. I think we should fuck that up comprehensively. Zerods, you enjoyed that, did you? I deserve that for not saving. Bad times. Bad times. He was actually slightly more difficult this time. Anyway, okay. Let's do it right this time. Do it right this time. There is no possible way I can do this wrong. If I do this wrong again, I'm gonna book myself a doctor's appointment. Because if I do this wrong again, I clearly have brain damage. Yellow, blue, red. I know why I fucked up! I'll show you why I fucked up. Yellow, blue, red. Let's double check that. Yellow, blue, red. Note the position. Something a little different there, innit? Yellow, blue, red. Son of a bitch. They switched it! Cheeky bastards switched it! I don't feel so bad about that now. I don't feel so bad. They were playing 4D chess, I was just playing 3D checkers. Well played. Well played, Operation Body Count. Without Victor's leadership, Horus rapidly falls into disarray, returning to the disorganized group of lunatics it once was. Over time, NATO eventually recovers the rest of their advanced arsenal. Victor Baloch's gravestone labels him a random tourist killed in an auto accident. You're the only one who attends his funeral, sending your nemesis off on his voyage to hell. Maybe you'll face each other again on some battlefield in the afterlife. Is that a hint where they want to go next? That'd be interesting. Operation Body Count is over, and the world is at peace. For now. We are winner! We are winner. Our winner is us. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've enjoyed. It's been a fun stream. It has been a genuinely fun stream. And you know what? The fun doesn't stop here either, because I'm going to take an hour or two break. I'm going to pop back online in an hour or two. I'm going to play some Return to Castle Wolfenstein. If you're into that kind of thing. And why wouldn't you? So I'll be back. I'll be back. And yeah, we're gonna shoot some zombie Nazis in the face. So fear not, the train don't stop here. And if you need something a little, something to keep you busy, to keep the edge off while I'm away, getting myself some foods, the YouTube channel will have a new edition of Doom Mod Madness springing up right after this stream goes offline. So, been a pleasure. Been a pleasure. And I wish this music went on for a bit longer. It's a bit of a short loop. A bit of a short loop. Nauseated Den, funny, you just finished Strange Eons. And Succubite, you just got here right on the end screen. My apologies, dude. My condolences. Zikri prepare for Uber Soldats and Lopez. Oh, I will. I am prepared. My body is ready. My body is ready. Also, I'll play Command & Conquer afterwards, make it the longest stream ever. Just keep it going, never stop, never go offline. Anyway. Gonna nip this in the bud while I can, otherwise I'll be forever saying goodbye. This has been Mr. Icarus, thank you very much for watching. Icarus out.